Chapter 695. On the Crystal Tower. Fong Ping hung up the phone. Although Li Hansong was still hanging, he did not care anymore. He said in a low voice, "Fong Ping, think twice before you act. This matter wasn't going to be that easy. There were 9 Salvation Elders and a Great Pope. It would be fine if the Great Pope was at the absolute peak. Those at the impasse realm could not easily make a move, but if it was an expert like Nan before he broke through, that would be troublesome. Before Nanchang broke through, he had fought against 3 experts who had comprehended the Tao of origin. It would not be a problem for him to fight 5 or 6 weak rank 9s. Killing a rank 8 would be a piece of cake. Once such a powerhouse made a move, unless a peerless expert came to stop him, he would die without a doubt. Minister doesn't even know who the Pope is. What if the other party makes a move? Old Man Li thought for a moment and said, in the previous Global Grandmaster Ranking Chart and Great Grandmaster Ranking Chart, Chief Nan ranked 14th. The top 10 were all at Desperation Realm, but Chief Nan ranked 14th. The other 3 were powerhouses at the same level as Chief Nan. If these people were the Great Pontiff, Fong Ping, and the other party attacked, then it would be dangerous. Even the Absolute Peaks mentality avatar might not be able to do anything to the other party. Minister Zhang knows how dangerous it is, which is why he created a spirit avatar to protect you. But that doesn't mean you're safe. I know. Fong Ping sighed softly. But what can I do? Hearing this, the 2 of them fell silent. What could he do? The cults had their eyes on Fong Ping. It was a question of whether they were taking the initiative or being passive. If he took the initiative, the opportunity was still in his hands. If he took the initiative, he might be ambushed at any time. Fong Ping had already made up his mind the moment Zhang Tao's call arrived. Evil sect, 3 times. Don't do it thrice. You attacked me once when I was not a martial artist. I went to Nanjiang, and you attacked me once. When I went home for the new year, he attacked me once. Fong Ping chuckled. To be honest, there are a lot of people who want to kill me, but no one has ever tried to kill me 3 times in a row, except for the cultists. As for me, I didn't want to waste time on the surface. Plus, I thought that the evil sect would be taken care of sooner or later. But now, the minister is telling me that he doesn't know who the cultists are. Out of the 10 people, including Grandmaster Lin Long, he only knew the identities of 4 people. Who were the other 6 people? Is it someone I know? Is it someone I know? I wholeheartedly befriend the other party. For example, if the other party is Senior Brother Tian Mu or Senior Brother Wu Chuan, then wouldn't I die at any moment? I trust these 2 senior brothers quite a bit. Although I'm just giving an example, there are some things that I can't not guard against. The unknown was the scariest. Maybe one day, when I really trust some people, these people suddenly want to kill me, telling me that they are evil cultists. Fong Ping looked at Old Man Li and sighed. If you're a cultist, then I'm doomed. Maybe when I reach the peak, you'll kill me. Tell me, how can I not be anxious? Old Man Li rolled his eyes and ignored him. Fong Ping chuckled. That's why it's necessary to lure out the cult's higher-ups. But others could not do it. Capable people did more work. In this day and age, only Fong Ping had this capability. I have money. Many people know that I have a storage ring, a divine weapon, a large number of energy stones, and life essence. I have money, and so do the catacombs powerhouses who are after me. Killing a rank 7 like me is more profitable than killing a paragon. If it were me, I'd probably be tempted too. Although I've given away a lot of money, everyone knows that I, Fong Ping, am the god of wealth. If the cult kills me, then they'll really be rich. That's why I'm probably the only one who can lure out the cult's higher-ups. Instructor Li, you can't. You're a pauper with trillions in debt. You might not even be able to get your 1 and only rank 9 divine weapon. You might even have to be careful not to get killed instead. No matter how I think about it, among all the martial artists in the world, I'm probably the only one who can fish, right? The cult isn't stupid. They might know that you're plotting against them. They might even know that there's a spy among them. But they deliberately asked you to ambush them. Old Man Li said in a low voice, the possibility of this is very high. At this stage, if powerhouses can't even see through this, then they're really stupid. You're fishing, but you don't know that maybe they want to fish too? That's true. Fong Ping was not in a hurry to speak. He calculated for a while. Shielding his aura now required 1 point per person. Adding another person would require 10 points. 5 people, that would be 100,000 points per second. 1 minute, that would be 6 million points. It was extremely expensive. Changing the aura of 4 people, that would also be 6 million points per minute. Therefore, if he were to bring people along, Fong Ping could only bear 9 people at most. 12 million points per minute. He had to end the battle quickly. At least he had to hide in place before the cult martial artists attacked. 3 to 5 minutes, that would be the consumption of tens of millions of wealth points. He could bear this price at most. After all, he only had a little more than 100 million wealth points now. 9 people, Fong Ping calculated for a while. If he were to hide 9 people, he could still bring a few people over on the surface. After all, if he were to really plot against the other party, it would be strange if he did not bring anyone. Within 15 people, I might have to deal with a few rank 9 powerhouses. Moreover, the cult powerhouses might also be plotting against him. Thinking of this, Fong Ping said softly, "Since Commander Beigong is the only rank 9 that Minister Zhang can deploy, that means that the cult might also understand. Commander Beigong might not be reliable. Therefore, if I really want to plot against the cult, I can't rely on Commander Beigong. I still have to rely on myself. It's difficult. There are a few rank 9 powerhouses, the kind who don't know how far they have gone on the origin path. We can only use 15 people at most, and all of them are around early stage rank 8 martial artists. It's extremely difficult to keep the other party occupied." "It's good that you know," Old Man Li said. "Let's avoid it." "To where?" "It'll be dangerous for you to go to the catacombs." "No, you can hide your aura." "Why don't you hide your aura and enter the Magic City catacombs?" "Old Wu is there." "I'll go there too." "You want me to keep hiding?" "At least before you have the ability, it's better to hide." "But I don't want to hide." "Then stay in MCMAU. We'll try not to leave. We'll stay in the school. There are many powerhouses in MCMAU. There are also powerhouses in Magic City. They can't do anything to you." Fong Ping laughed. "Instructor, don't be too confident. No matter how strong MCMAU is, if a few rank 9s really attack, it's hard to say. The minister said that it's related to the path to the top. There are no rank 9s who won't be tempted. Have you forgotten that when we were in the land of boundaries, didn't the Yang family's High Grandmaster Yang Daohong know that he might die if he went? He knew, but he couldn't help it. Not only him, even another rank 9 might not be able to do it. He wouldn't dare to do it normally because it might not be worth it. Now it's hard to say. At least I can be there. This time, according to the minister, I have to leave. Don't be mushy. You're already so old." Old Man Li was speechless. "Motherf asterisk her. I'm talking about serious matters. Can you bastards stop interrupting me?" Beside him, Li Hansong gritted his teeth and said, "I'll go with you. I have the divine armor to protect me. Give me the divine armor. It's useless for you to go. Give me the divine armor to protect me. My safety is more guaranteed." Fong Ping calculated. "I can bring some people over, on the surface. I said I want to rank up. Everyone knows that I like to be in the limelight when I rank up. Then I want to be in the limelight this time. I want to break through at sea. There's an island in the depths of the southern area's seaside. I'll break through there. Just say that my breakthrough is huge." Old Lu just flipped out. "It's not suitable for me to break through in MCMAU. On that day, I want the TV station to broadcast my breakthrough live. Let the TV station film it. Of course, I'll bring my own equipment. This way, it won't look out of place. I'll invite some people. They can't be too strong. I'll set the date first. On that day, if nothing goes wrong, you guys will suddenly face some trouble and be called away. The catacombs will definitely cooperate. Invite some people? Who should I invite?" Fong Ping sighed softly. "It's hard to invite people who are risking their lives. When faced with a rank 9's attack, they'll lose their lives if they're not careful. Also, the people I invite must be at least rank 7. Many rank 7s, risking their lives, can stop a rank 9, me." Li Hansong said immediately, "If I don't go, others won't believe me. If you, Fong Ping, break through, how can I, Li Hansong, not do it?" Not only me, Old Wong and Old Yao will go too. I'll agree on their behalf. You're the main reason why we're where we are now. You probably don't have many life and death friends anymore. If the two of them don't go, then we'll break off our friendship. Fong Ping could not help but laugh. The three of you. Honestly, if you can join forces and hold back a rank 8, it'll be good enough. Get lost. Don't look down on me. Li Hansong humphed. I'll be able to coil the celestial bridge very soon. Once I locate the brain nucleus, I'll be able to achieve middle stage rank 7 in no time. Old Yao might even achieve upper stage rank 7 soon. At this point, if the three of us join forces, we can even hold back a rank 9. No, I'll have to include you. The four of us, holding back a rank 9 won't be a problem. At this moment, Qin Fengqing sat on the top of the tower in a sloppy manner. He grinned. The energy fluid was given to me. I'll go too. Get lost. Don't. Isn't it just a little energy fluid? I'll go. I'll help you get rid of these guys who have designs on you. It's worth it. You're just a rank 6 trash martial artist. Get lost. Are you looking down on me? Yes. Qin Fengqing's expression darkened. You burn me. I'll be a rank 7 after that. Is that still trash? Yes. Ironhead isn't a rank 7. He's stronger than you. Bullsh asterisk T. Qin Fengqing gritted his teeth. He's stronger than me? Then wait until I reach rank 7 and see. Fong Ping, if you want to pretend to be 13, is it more suitable than me? If I don't support you, will these guys support you? If I don't go, will the evil sect people believe that you want to show off? If I go, then it'll be more realistic. Forget it. I'll borrow the energy fluid from you. However, there's something you need to help me settle. Qin Fengqing said sheepishly. Old Lu came to me just now. He said that I owe the university 7 billion. Including the interest, it's 5 billion. There's also the late fees and whatnot. It's 8 billion. He gave me 10 days to return the money. If I don't return the money, then I'll hand over the divine weapon to repay the debt. But I only have this divine weapon. If I hand it over, then what will I use it for? But old Lu said that if I don't repay the debt, he'll make an example out of me. He'll strip me naked and hang me at MCMU's main gate to make an example out of me. Fong Ping, you need to help me settle this. 8 billion, it's nothing. I've only borrowed it for a few days. I borrowed it the last time I went to the Forbidden Catacombs. It's only 10 days. He's charging me 1 billion in interest. This is daylight robbery. At this moment, someone said lightly from afar, the last time you went to the Forbidden Catacombs, you asked Zhang Yu to borrow 5 billion. The remaining 500 million has been borrowed for half a year. A blacklisted person like you shouldn't have lent it to you. Isn't it right to charge you some interest? Qin Fengqing said wearily. Old Lu, can you stop chasing me for the debt? Why are you still the honorary vice-chancellor? Tomorrow, change your title. Leader of the collection team will do. 5 billion. Qin Fengqing said dryly. You're so capricious. 9 billion. Fine. I won't say any more. You just have to raise it to 10 billion and take my divine weapon. Then, we're even? 5 billion. Qin Fengqing broke down. He looked at Fong Ping and said weakly, see? If I don't do it now, this old man will definitely take my divine weapon. When I reach rank 7, if I do it and risk my life, it's worth at least 10 billion, right? Help me settle this debt. Don't worry. I guarantee it'll be worth it. Fong Ping sneered. 10 billion. Are you worth 10 billion? Duh. Of course I'm worth it. Qin Fengqing said confidently. When I reach rank 7, you can treat me like a rank 8. Hiring a rank 8 to risk his life for a job, isn't 10 billion worth it? The last time you called Old Man Shen, he even gave me an ancient divine weapon, plus an IOU for life essence. It's worth up to 100 billion. Even if I'm slightly weaker than him, 10 billion shouldn't be a problem, right? 10 days, where can I get 10 billion now? Either you lend me another 10 billion, or you bring me to do it. Otherwise, if I can't pay this debt, I'll be stripped naked and hung at the school gate. I don't think it's embarrassing. It's MCMU's reputation that's being embarrassed. A dignified Grandmaster-level powerhouse being humiliated by MCMU like this, how embarrassing. As they were talking, Lu Poli used the flight step and landed. He said, I didn't hear everything. Are you going down to the catacombs again? Fong Ping smiled. No such thing. Old Lu continued collecting my debts. Not only from the school, but also from the grandmasters outside. Is there any trouble? Lu Polu ignored him. He glanced at Li Changsheng. Is it big? Old man Li ignored Fong Ping. He smiled. It's quite big. Since you're here, I'll count you in. Treat it as repayment. Otherwise, you won't be able to pay it back. If you owe so much, what can you do in the catacombs to earn it? Kill a few rank 9s. You don't have to kill them. If you can hold them off for 10 minutes, maybe longer, then the debt will be settled. All right. Fong Ping smiled bitterly. Old Lu, don't join in the fun. Lu Polu said lightly repayment. Li Changxing laughed. It's nothing, kid. What's there to be pretentious about? If your own people don't help you now, do you really expect outsiders to do it for you? Old Lu is also a rank 8. He won't die so easily. Give him more imperishable substances. It's still effective to save his life. Besides, if you break through and the people from MCMU don't go, are you going to rely on outsiders? Old Lu is one of them. A few rank 8s going won't be a problem. 3 rank 8s and more than 10 rank 7s. With such strength, the evil sect probably won't give up. Old Lu is one of them. If it's me, I might not be able to go. Chun Yaoding. Don't be pretentious. That old guy is a 3rd refinement rank 8. He has a divine weapon. His combat strength is extremely strong. Send another rank 8, Lu Polis said. Can't rank 9s go? Probably not. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult to lure them out. Old Manly thought for a while. Rank 7s and 8s can go. Rank 9s are too eye-catching. Not to mention, they might not even have a chance. To deal with Fong Ping, the catacombs might riot on that day. Rank 9s can't leave either. Of course, an invitation must be sent. Whether they come or not is an unexpected factor. With Fong Ping's personality, it would be strange if he did not invite them. Not only rank 9s must be invited, but all the paragons must be invited too. This is in line with your rank 8 status, Fong Ping smiled. It's just a breakthrough. It's not a promotion banquet. There's no need to be too ostentatious. Lu Polu ignored him. He said, invite Nan Yunping then. She's in Magic City. She's near the sea area. She's the most suitable. Nan Yunping and MCMAU are old friends. I'll talk to her about this, Li Changxing nodded. That's possible. If you and Nan Yunping join forces, you can probably hold off a rank 9. Of course, the danger is not small. If you include Qin Yaoding, the 3 of us are enough. When the time comes, the 3 of you must hold off a rank 9. Fong Ping, do you and Li Hansong have the confidence to hold off a rank 9? Let's include Qin Fengqing. This kid is too much debt. Treat it as repayment. If he really dies, it's his bad luck. If he dies, the debt will be erased. There's no need to repay the rest. Beside him, Qin Fengqing pursed his lips. I'll die? I won't die until I reach the Emperor realm. I've escaped death hundreds of times. When did I die? People like you are used to gambling with your life. If you lose once, you'll go bankrupt. It's normal for you to die. Old Man Li replied. He said, if that's the case, you can hold off 2 rank 9s. Fong Ping, these people are all in the open. Can't you hide your aura? How many people can you bring? Hide them in your golden house. Don't you like to be ostentatious? That day, you can fly over with the golden house. It'll be more suitable. No one will think that you're hiding people in the golden house. 5 at most. I'll break through to rank 8 first. I'll disguise myself as a rank 7 and bring 5 of them over. However, I can still hide the aura of 4 of them and pretend to be weak. As long as no one recognizes me, it won't be a problem to go with Iron Head and the rest. 9 people, their strength must be on par with yours? Yes. Old Manly calculated for a while. He said, you'll have to look for Old Zhang for this. We can't do it. You don't have the face to let 9 rank 8s risk their lives for you. Even if many rank 8s owe you favors, it won't work. This matter isn't just about you. Luring the evil sect's rank 9s is everyone's responsibility. Old Zhang has to be responsible for these 9 rank 8s. As for who they are, you don't have to care. That old guy still has some tricks up his sleeve. There are also many powerhouses in his Wuan military. If he can't do it, he can transfer people over there. 9 rank 8s. Even if they're all early stage, keeping a rank 9 occupied is a piece of cake. They can also give you some aid. Also, ask for a mentality avatar. This is really to save your life. Once the 4th rank 9 appears, attack. In the early stage, delay is the main thing. I won't stay in the catacombs for too long. I'll rush over soon. That day, I guess that the 2 city lords of Monster Phoenix City and Monster Sunflower City would probably attack. Only 2 rank 9s can keep Old Wu occupied and force me to enter. Maybe there's also that Phoenix Monster Beast in Monster Phoenix City. 3 big rank 9s should be enough. Monster Sunflower City probably won't uproot itself from the city. As for Old Wu, he'll hold 2 rank 9s at the crucial moment. Let Gua Shengquan and the rest hold 1 rank 9. I'll go down and kill one as soon as I can. If I can't kill one, I'll get away as soon as possible and come to rescue you in 3 minutes. As for Old Fan probably can't get away. Even if he can, there might be 4 rank 9s attacking from the catacombs. Maybe even more. Old Manly calculated for a while. Fong Ping asked, "What about Regiment Commander Beigong?" If he's on his side, Old Manly thought for a while. Let him lie in ambush somewhere further away from the island. If he's discovered, the evil sect will probably let a rank 9 hold him back. If he's not discovered, then come to help quickly. If that's the case, maybe we can lure a few more rank 9s. In short, prepare for the worst. Don't rely on these guys too much. Fong Ping nodded slightly. He said, once these rank 9s attack with full force, their auras will be exposed. Actually, we don't have to kill them to expose our identities, Old Manly said exasperatedly. Don't be too optimistic. If martial artists stronger than you really try to hide their auras with all their might, you won't be able to detect any abnormalities in their auras. Even if they disguise themselves slightly, you won't be able to detect it. If the other party dares to attack, it means that there's a high possibility that there aren't any rank 9s nearby. Even Beigong Yin. If there's really a rank 9 attacking, I suspect that it might be a rank 9 who has already exposed his identity. Evil sect martial artists aren't fools. Fong Ping, don't be careless. All right, don't you have a relationship with that fatty from Polaris City? Didn't Warlord invest some in you last time? Go and ask Fatty if he wants to invest again. Ask Warlord to send you a mentality avatar. Double insurance. Give him some tangible benefits. Then this favor will be huge. Not only you, Fong Ping, but MCMU will also remember this favor. Old Man Li took a deep breath. Warlord's ability is also very strong. It's not a big problem to send him one. He, the Minister, Commander Li, Sky-Suppressing King. These few combat strength are all relatively strong paragons. If they send out a mentality avatar, it will have an impact, but the impact is limited. Moreover, Warlord and the rest have been guarding Mount Royal Sea for hundreds of years. They have almost not advanced an inch. It's not like they haven't sent out this thing before. As long as it's concealed well, it might not be discovered. Other paragons might not have this kind of courage. Warlord, the possibility is not small. If they split it early, they might have recovered by now. Then, there won't be any impact. Of course, it won't be too much. If they cut too much, they will easily lose control. Anyway, try it. It's okay if they don't. 2 mentality avatars. Even if the Grand Pope attacks, they can still hold them off for a while. Old Manly calculated for a while. Finally, he said, if you insist on doing it, then we'll arrange it this way. If necessary, let Old Zhang also send out another mentality avatar. Although it's not worth it to use 3 mentality avatars against a few rank 9s, these people are hiding something even more terrifying. I think in order to lure these people out, Old Zhang is probably willing. Fong Ping frowned. What about those foreign paragons? The evil sect's threat isn't just our problem, right? After this, Old Zhang will naturally collect the reward. Old Manly said indifferently. Do you think he will make a losing deal? Just watch. If some evil sect rank 9s are really lured out in Sino Nation, all the big foreign holy lands will have to pay something. Not only that, if the rank 9s that are lured out are related to some holy lands or some powerhouses from some big countries, just wait for old Zhang to flip out. You don't have to care about him. He will recover his losses himself. Fong Ping burst out laughing. That's right. I am actually worried that old Zhang will suffer losses. How is that possible? At this moment, Fong Ping suddenly laughed. Instructor, you're quite reliable at this critical moment. You've arranged everything in order. According to what you said, even if the evil sect turns out in full force, I'm still safe. Old Zhang doesn't say anything. If I really get 2 mentality avatars based on the strength I used last time, it's enough to kill 4 rank 9s. Don't be too optimistic. Old Man Li took a deep breath. It's not that simple for the evil sect to survive until now. You think they will send 3 people? Maybe they will send 5 people? You think there aren't any powerful powerhouses? Maybe there will be a top-notch rank 9. You, Fong Ping, have a great reputation. You've survived until now and failed to kill you 3 times. Will they be careless? This is related to the possibility of them advancing to the top. They won't be careless. Who doesn't want to advance to the top? It's not impossible for the 9 great Salvation Elders and the Pope to attack together. Also, just the rank 9s, will there be no rank 7s to cooperate with them? If they come, it'll be big trouble. Of course, rank 7 and 8 martial artists will easily expose their identities when they face you guys. Once they are exposed, then it's over. Even if they come, not many will come. Fong Ping said helplessly, You really think highly of me. I'm only a rank 7. According to what you said, it's enough to make the evil sect turn out in full force. Prepare for the worst. If there's really nothing, just return the mentality avatar. Fong Ping took a deep breath again. He looked at the few people beside him and said, Old Liu, I'll skip the pleasantries. As for me, I can only count on MCMU's instructors to protect me. Outsiders are outsiders after all. Actually, this matter isn't our responsibility. The evil sect wasn't born in my generation. But the evil sect has their eyes on me, then I can't admit defeat. Don't worry, I have things to save my life. Imperishable substance, life essence, Old Liu's breakthrough, rank 7 divine weapon won't do. Coincidentally, you're also a powerhouse who uses swords. Ji Yao's divine weapon was also a sword. Let old Zhang help to modify it. You can use it. If Vice Chancellor Nan is willing to help, I, Fong Ping, am not a stingy person. I won't give you a rank 9 divine weapon. I have a rank 8 Changdao. If I break through this time, I'll forge a rank 9 divine weapon myself. I can give the rank 8 Changdao, including the rank 7 Changdao, to Vice Chancellor Nan. It's easy to get a rank 7 divine weapon. I still have a rank 7 monster beast, and it's still whole. I'll give the rank 8 divine weapon to Vice Chancellor Nan. I can give these 2 rank 7 ones to Old Chen too. When it comes to comparing wealth, I've never been afraid of anyone. Fong Ping said it arrogantly. Then he humphed. If they have designs on me, then I'll make them regret it for the rest of their lives. I'm still worried. This brat Fong Yuan insisted on going out to train. If I don't punish her as a warning to others, how can I let her go? It's just as well. I'll kill some rank 9s in one battle. Let's see if the evil sect people still dare to touch my sister. They tried to kill me 3 times in a row. Do they really think I'm a pushover? They actually came for the 4th time. After this, MCMAU instructors and students will not go to the catacombs for now. We'll wipe out the evil sect martial artists in Sino Nation, including those grandmasters who owe me money. I'll pay for every evil sect martial artist I kill. I'll settle the score with heads. All of them are poor bastards. They might not even be able to kill many people in the catacombs. They won't get many resources. I don't want the catacombs heads anymore. I'll put a bounty on the evil sect heads. High ranks and below, 100 million each. According to the head count, for high ranks, 3 billion for rank 7, 10 billion for rank 8, 100 billion for rank 9. I've already put a bounty on him. If they want to kill me, then I'll kill them first and let them shout at me. The others usually can't be bothered to fight the evil sect. They're just clowns. However, Since they provoked me, I'll see who kills them all first. Everyone's faces were blank. Amazing! Were there many martial artists who owed Fong Ping money? Too many. They were Grandmaster-level powerhouses, after all. They still cared about their reputation. Now that the news of Lu Polu collecting debts had spread, many Grandmasters were worried. At this time, the head of a middle and low-rank martial artist was 100 million. 4 high-rank martial artists. It was 3 billion for rank 7, 10 billion for rank 8. A few of them were starting to sympathize with the evil sect martial artists. This time, they were really in big trouble. They could find trouble with anyone but Fong Ping. It just so happened that everyone was worried about how to pay back the money. They could not destroy the evil sect in one battle, could they? Please remember this book's original domain name. 9 Heavens Divine Emperor mobile version website. Chapter 696. On October 1st, there was a lot of activity in MCMAU. First, Lu Polu broke through rank 8. Then, MCMAU investigated the debts of the entire school. Lu Polu, a rank 8 Grandmaster, even made a noise in the outside world. Of course, it was only limited to the Grandmaster circle. If it was time to pay, then it was time to pay. He was still young. It was not easy for him to earn some money by risking his life. Now that he could not go down the catacombs, and the catacombs offered a reward, his days were very difficult. If he did not pay now, was he going to go back on his word? When these words came out, some of the Grandmasters were embarrassed. Many of them had a headache. Soon after, there were some rumors about MCMAU taking over Hope City. The 3 departments and 4 houses were discussing it. It was not over yet. MCMAU's news came one after another. On October 2nd, Fong Ping called some powerhouses. Currently, there were still some video records of rank 7 powerhouses breaking through. However, there were no rank 8 or rank 9. To let the public and middle and low-ranked martial artists understand the situation more clearly and know the difference between each rank, Fong Ping hoped to record a textbook breakthrough. He was ready to break through to rank 8. When the news came out, it was really a global sensation this time. At the end of July, Fong Ping broke through to rank 7. Now it was only October, and Fong Ping was actually going to break through to rank 8. In less than 3 months, many people did not even break through to rank 1. However, the stronger Fong Ping was, the faster his progress was. At the same time, some news spread out. Previously, there were not many who knew that Fong Ping was a resurrected martial artist. Most of the Grandmasters in Sino Nation knew, but not many overseas knew. However, this time, everyone knew. Fong Ping was a resurrected martial artist. Powerhouses reincarnated and came back to life. In his past life, he was a desperation powerhouse. Now, he was just recovering his previous life strength. The stronger the strength, the faster the recovery. Perhaps, Fong Ping could step into rank 9 soon, or even reach the peak. Humans might be about to give birth to another desperation powerhouse. Because it was to record a textbook breakthrough scene, the commotion was bigger. On October 10th, Fong Ping would break through on an island in the sea near MCMAU. At that time, it might cause a tsunami. When Fong Ping spread the news, he also urged the government to quickly evacuate the residents near the sea to prevent his breakthrough from causing too much commotion and causing damage to people and property. All the media reported on this. Many people were filled with anticipation and envy. When Fong Ping said that his breakthrough to rank 8 might cause a tsunami, almost no one doubted it. Now, with the deepening understanding of martial arts, many people knew that a level 8 expert was an expert in the golden body state. In ancient times, such an expert was a mythical figure. Such a person could soar into the sky and burrow into the earth. He was omnipotent. It was possible that a breakthrough would cause a huge commotion and cause a tsunami. Starting on the 2nd, Fong Ping began to post some observation posts to the public. This time, Fong Ping was not too ostentatious. This was because the television station wanted to broadcast it live. Moreover, Fong Ping was afraid that his breakthrough would be disturbed. He mainly invited some powerhouses who were close to him to observe. Minister of Education Zhang Tao, Guardian of the South Wu Chuan, Deputy Commander of the Military Department Tian Mu, SCMU Vice-Chancellor Chen Yaoding, NMU Wang Jinyang, There weren't many people who received invitations, only a dozen or so. Some of the experts who did not receive the invitation felt a little regretful. However, breaking through was a major event. It was normal for the master not to invite him for fear of delaying his breakthrough. In other words, during the neo-martial era and the ancient martial era, martial artist breakthroughs would be carried out in sects or under the protection of powerhouses. Breaking through was a very private matter. Although Fong Ping would broadcast it live, he did not invite others. If others knew the rules, they would not go there rashly. It would easily cause misunderstandings, just as the news spread and shook the society. At the same time, somewhere in Sino Nation, in a villa, at this moment, 3 people were sitting in the villa's living room. On the coffee table, there were a few cell phones. From a cell phone, an old voice laughed. "You guys have guts. Are you really going to make a move on that little guy this time?" This person spoke in Mandarin. Everyone was not surprised. This group of people, no matter where they went, would speak the local language. They spoke it more accurately than the locals. Their voices changed, and they would change their location at any time. It was difficult to locate them through cell phones. The information age made it easier for these powerhouses to hide themselves. "Grandpa 7, aren't you tempted?" In the living room, a man chuckled softly. He was a man, but that was only judging by his clothes. The other party wore a sparkling and translucent crystal mask. Even his eyes were not exposed. Mentality densely covered his entire body. Unless one forcefully broke through the mentality blockade, there was no way to identify the other party. Although mentality would carry its own special aura, these people had hidden it for many years and were prepared. Some equipment made with energy crystals had a simple effect of concealing aura. Using energy crystals to store some heavenly treasures could also prevent energy loss. Without fighting, without going all out, and simply judging through a layer of barrier, it was almost impossible to determine anything. The person who spoke was wearing a mask. His face could not be seen, and his voice could not be verified. Even that head of short hair could not prove anything. At their level, even broken limbs could be regrown. As for things like hair, it was completely up to them to make it long or short as they pleased. From the phone, the old voice laughed. "Tempted. Rank 9 divine weapon, life essence, true king's ultimate art, and even a true king's sermon. Of course I'm tempted. But you guys are too bold. This is Sino Nation's martial arts world. There are many desperation powerhouses here, and there are also many rank 9 powerhouses. People like us will be easily discovered if we get within 100 miles of desperation. Aren't you guys afraid of death?" The masked man laughed. "Desperation? We want it too. But it's too difficult for us to reach desperation. Now that the opportunity is right in front of you, is Grandpa 7 willing to give it up? Naturally, the catacombs will take care of the powerhouses. It's the same for rank 9 too. Fong Ping is resurrected from desperation. His realm is recovering faster and faster. If he enters rank 8 in less than 3 months, when will he recover his realm? 3 months? Half a year? Or a year?" The masked man chuckled. "Can the catacombs tolerate a martial artist like this who is destined to become a desperation martial artist?" This time, I gathered everyone to discuss whether we should contact the Pope and discuss the issue of bargaining chips. It's not enough now. The bargaining chip before was only a bargaining chip to kill the rank 7 Fong Ping. Now that he's about to reach rank 8 and he's breaking through in Sino Nation, the catacombs should understand this kind of danger. If we don't kill Fong Ping now, maybe a true king will fall in Fong Ping's hands in the future. Just 2 rank 9 divine weapons and a true king's ultimate art are not enough for us to take the risk. Deep in a Sino Nation's hinterland, there are several desperation martial artists. Taking the risk to kill Fong Ping and the lives of 3 rank 9s is only worth this? The old man laughed. "That's your business. I'm not willing to participate." Now that Grandpa 7 said he won't participate, I'm afraid. Maybe Grandpa 7 is hiding near Magic City now. If we make a move and get entangled and Fong Ping escapes, maybe Grandpa 7 will be able to reap the benefits. The masked man laughed. "That's why it's better for everyone to talk openly. How many people are going to make a move, we'll discuss first. Otherwise, if someone comes again, We won't be lenient. No one spoke from the few phones. In the living room, there were two other people. One was wearing a huge black robe, gender unknown. The other was playing with a golden dagger in his hand, with long hair over his shoulder, gender unknown. Similarly, he wore a mask on his face. Seeing that no one spoke, the martial artist in the black robe said slowly, "Since everyone is here, contact the Pope. With the Pope as a witness, contact the catacombs and restate the terms. We should have a conclusion on who will make a move and who won't, lest we end up fighting among ourselves." Okay, no objections. Everyone spoke one after another. The next moment, a crystal ball appeared in the hands of the black-robed martial artist. Mentality permeated it. The crystal ball flickered for a while. Very soon, someone said, "Sixth Elder, what are your orders?" "Contact the Pope." "Hold on." The crystal ball fell silent. Beside him, the long-haired masked martial artist said lightly, "Say, who do you think the Pope is? A paragon?" This should be a mentality solidification item used by a paragon powerhouse. It can sense another crystal ball from hundreds of miles away. The Pope has made many arrangements in Sino Nation. On the phone, someone said lazily, "I don't want to guess. Who cares who he is? If there are benefits, then it's the Pope. If there are no benefits, we're evil sect martial artists, ha! If there are no benefits for evil sect martial artists, I don't care if he's a paragon or not." Grandpa 2 is still so direct. "We're all rank 9 martial artists. Is there a need to beat around the bush?" The Pope said the same thing when he was in front of me. If it wasn't for benefits and for faster advancement, why would I become an evil sect martial artist that everyone wants to beat up? I might as well rely on the 6 great holy lands or work in the government. That's much better than sneaking around, isn't it? The martial artist who was addressed as Grandpa 2 said straightforwardly. After a moment, a neutral, gentle voice came from the crystal ball. "You're still as straightforward as ever, Second Elder." "Of course. Pope, how about giving me one of these? I'm not used to using a cell phone. I'm afraid I'll be cheated, and I have to run every once in a while. It's so tiring." The Pope's voice came again, smiling. "If you want it, I'll give it to you." "Ha, forget it. I'm not old 6. Old 6 dares to take it, but I don't. If you sense it, who knows what will happen." The Pope continued smiling. "Don't tell me you still don't trust the Pope, Second Elder?" "Trust?" Second Elder snorted. Then he said coldly, "Forget about trust. Everyone in the world comes for benefits. If you pay the corresponding price, you'll be the Pope. When it's time to sell my life, I'll do it. If you can't pay, why should I trust others? Old 6, don't you guys have something to say? Say it." The black-robed martial artist was not surprised. There were 9 Salvation Elders. It was normal for some of them to be arrogant and unruly. The black-robed martial artist looked at the crystal ball and said slowly, "The Pope must have heard that Fong Ping is about to break through to rank 8. He's streaming the breakthrough. When the catacombs issued a kill order, Fong Ping was only rank 7. The difference between rank 7 and rank 8 is not small. The previous conditions are not enough now. I, 3rd Elder, and 8th Elder will all make a move this time. 3 rank 9 divine weapons, 1,500 caddies of life essence, 3 true king antiques. These are our new conditions." The Pope sighed softly. "6th Elder, why do you have to make such an impossible condition? Even if you kill a paragon, it's difficult to pay such a price. The previous price is already the limit. Pope, it's not like we don't know about this. Others might not say it, but among us, there might be spies from the Sino Nation government. Of course, it doesn't matter. Fong Ping suddenly wants to break through on the island. I think it's more likely to lure us to make a move. However, humans die in pursuit of wealth, and birds die in pursuit of food. It depends on who can scheme better. However, Fong Ping is prepared, and the Sino Nation government is prepared. That's for sure. The danger will be higher than what we think. The difficulty of killing a rank 7 Fong Ping and a rank 8 Fong Ping is completely different. If that's the case, it's necessary to give more." The black-robed martial artist continued. 2 royal courts, or maybe all 4 royal courts, put a bounty on him at the same time. Are you being so stingy? 3 rank 9 divine weapons, 1,500 caddies of life essence. For the 4 royal courts, that shouldn't be too difficult, right? The Pope said softly, this, I will fight for everyone. It should be about the same. I'll go too. At this moment, someone on the phone suddenly said coldly, Elder Gio, you're coming too? The black-robed martial artist laughed. Aren't you afraid of something happening? Then you don't have to worry, Elder Gio. The two of them conversed for a while. On the phone, Elder Gio said, 3 true king antiques might be a little difficult, but I don't think 2 will be difficult. The Monster Plant and Monster Life Royal Court are determined to kill Fong Ping. 1 true king antique art each shouldn't be difficult, right? Also, a few copies of both true king antique arts must be made. The Pope said slowly, copies? We might not be able to make a few copies of the real one. It's about to collapse. That's none of our business. Elder Joe continued. These 2 books, I don't think they're exquisite true king antique arts, so we need 2 sets for reference. The antique arts can be discussed. Those who want to participate now, say it now. Otherwise, after the conditions are stated, we'll do it, and the others do it. Then, the benefits will only belong to us. The others can forget about reaping without sowing. No one said anything. Then it'll be the 4 of us. Then 4 divine weapons, 2,000 caddies of life essence, 2 true king antique arts. The Pope said slowly, that's too much. The restricted area won't agree to it. Just give it a try, Pope. Fong Ping's threat isn't that easy to resolve. The number of rank 9s who died directly or indirectly in Fong Ping's hands is not a small number. 4 rank 9s risking their lives, isn't it worth it? The Pope said slowly, your safety is still guaranteed. When the time comes, the catacombs will fully cooperate with you. What you need to do is to kill Fong Ping, the rank 7 martial artist. If you don't give him the chance to break through, he'll still be a rank 7. Fong Ping will have help, this is for sure. But he won't bring too many people, and the number of rank 9s in Sino Nation is also limited. Everything is under control. Right now, only a few can spare time. As he said that, the Pope said again, according to the news from my sect, this time Beigong Yin might make a move. In order to keep us here, the few paragons might separate a mentality avatar for Fong Ping to save his life. Other than that, in order to lure us out, there won't be too many powerhouses protecting Fong Ping. Now, it seems that Chun Yaoding, Lu Polu, and the others will be one of the protectors. There will be 3 to 5 rank 8s. There will be about 10 rank 7s. MCMU will not sit and do nothing. Wu Quishan will probably not be able to leave, and Li Chongxing might leave first before coming back. It will take time. If the 4 of them make a move together, 3rd, 6th, 8th, and 9th elders, 1 will block Beigong Yin, and 1 will block Shin Yaoding and the others. The other 2 are responsible for ending the battle quickly and getting rid of Fong Ping as soon as possible. Finish the battle within 5 minutes and escape. This is the safest time. There is almost no risk. After 5 minutes, there will be some risks. The black-robed martial artist was silent for a moment. Will the paragons be restrained? You can rest assured about this, 6th Elder. My sect will not send you to your deaths. All of you are the backbone of the divine sect. Now a great war is coming. All of you are the core of the divine sect. Without all of you, the divine sect will only linger on, unable to continue surviving. The catacombs is bent on killing Fong Ping. To eradicate a paragon who will be here soon, they will go all out. At this time, all the elders should have more trust in the divine sect and the catacombs. Will the Pope make a move? The Pope was silent for a moment. My sect will not make a move. If there is really trouble, Grand Elder will make a move and buy time for all of you to get out of danger. At this moment, another old voice came from the phone. I will make a move according to my discretion. Give me a copy of the True King's ultimate art. The black-robed martial artist laughed. Since Grand Elder is willing to hold the line, then there is nothing more to say. As for the True King's ultimate art, naturally, Grand Elder will have a share. Thank you very much, the Great Elder said, and fell into silence again. The others breathed a sigh of relief. With Grand Elder holding the line at the critical moment, if there was an accident, they would have the confidence to escape. After all, it was 4 rank 9 elders attacking together. The Pope would not really watch them die. At this time, the Pope suddenly said, "Seventh Elder, are you not going to make a move this time?" On the phone, the old voice that first spoke on the phone said, "I won't join in the fun. Besides, I might not have a chance to make a move that day." The Pope chuckled. "That's true. However, if Seventh Elder has any news, you can tell the others to avoid losses. The Divine Sect has suffered a lot in the past 2 years. With the development of the information age, it has become more difficult for the Divine Sect to recruit new people. Especially in Sino Nation, the losses are even worse. A few times it has been related to Fong Ping. If we kill Fong Ping, not only can we get the benefits promised by the catacombs, but Fong Ping himself is also a treasure trove. It's worth making a move. When the war starts, the countries will give up some areas. Then, it will be the Divine Sect's opportunity. Seventh Elder, when the time comes, you will also have a place to use your skills. There is no need to feign civility anymore," Seventh Elder said lightly. "We'll see. Fong Ping has reversed the situation of the catacombs war a few times. I actually still admire him. Once he enters the top, maybe he will bring about a different result. In my opinion, he has more potential than Zhang Tao, Li Jun, and the others. He may be the reincarnation of the Devil Emperor Unquestionable Sword. If he really walks the third path, he may not be helpless against the catacombs. I don't approve of killing Fong Ping. However, since everyone wants to try, I won't stop you. If he really dies in your hands, it means that he is not the one who will save humanity. However, other than Fong Ping, the rest of you should kill less. If these high-rank martial artists die, it will also be a great loss to humanity's strength." The Pope smiled. The black-robed martial artist said lightly, "If these people don't make a move and don't court death themselves, we won't bother with them. Moreover, Fong Ping may not be able to break through to the top. On the contrary, we may have a chance of breaking through to the desperate realm after getting the benefits from the catacombs this time. Also, Fong Ping has provoked the catacombs many times and started a war. Those people see him as a hero. Little do they know, because of Fong Ping, when the war breaks out in the future, Fong Ping's actions today may cause more killings. They have endured for so many years. Now that their strength is not enough, they actually want to counterattack. Even if they win a few battles, what can they change? On the contrary, because of a few victories, the catacombs will treat us with more hostility and be more cautious. Is that really a good thing? I don't think so. The few desperate realms in Sino Nation can't even see through this. Instead, they are complacent. They don't know how ridiculous it is. Seventh Elder said calmly. Sixth Elder, you have no right to look down on the tops. The will of the top is not something you can understand. I don't want to say too much. Everyone, be more careful. It's fine if you die, but don't talk nonsense if you're not dead. This time, for Fong Ping, the whole nest has been mobilized. Including Grand Elder, 5 Salvation Elders have been mobilized. If something happens, the Divine Sect will collapse by half. The short-haired masked man from before laughed. Seventh Elder, don't worry too much. I think the Pope is also prepared. If he really dies, then it's just bad luck. Even the boss has gone to hold the line. If we still can't kill Fong Ping, then it's our own incompetence. If we're so incompetent, how can we covet the top? Seventh Elder sighed. Then I'll give you another piece of news. Other than Beigong Xian, there might be another rank 9. As for who it is, I'm not too sure. But his ability won't be too weak. Maybe he's at the same level as Grand Elder. The few top powerhouses have been operating for many years. They won't be without any confidence. Zhang Tao had just torn apart the avatar created by mentality a few days ago. This time, he might not continue to tear it apart. Leisha might give out an avatar. 2 rank 9s, a top powerhouse mentality avatar, a few rank 8s, more than 10 rank 7s. It was extremely difficult to kill Fong Ping. Fong Ping was greedy for life and afraid of death. If Zhang Tao did not give a 100% guarantee of his safety, he would not act rashly. Also, don't underestimate Fong Ping. He survived until now because of himself. To kill Fong Ping, it's best to kill him in one hit. If possible, Grand Elder will attack Fong Ping directly. Don't give him a chance to turn the situation around. This time, the Pope. Won't you do anything? The Pope said lightly. We'll see. Seventh Elder said. After operating for many years, now they're mobilizing all of their nest for Fong Ping. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse. Everyone said nothing. They would not give up when there was hope for the top. Moreover, Fong Ping had always expressed extreme hostility toward the evil sections. He had gone against the divine sect several times. Many divine sect high ranks had died directly or indirectly in Fong Ping's hands. If they continued to let Fong Ping grow, it might be even more troublesome. Chapter 697. McMao. Southern area. Below Fong Ping's crystal pagoda, it was a lively scene. President, don't just stand there. Come and eat something. President, your legs are trembling. Come and have a drink. President, don't bother me. Fong Yuan's face was red with anger. With the energy stone on his back, his legs were shaking. He yelled madly, move away. Beside him, Songya looked innocent. She whispered, Yuanin, let's just forget about it. We have to come. Vice-Chancellor Fong said that if you really stand there for 10 days, he'll expel us. Do you think he can expel us just because he says so? Fong Yuan said angrily. You just believed him? You betrayed me? Songya was helpless. She whispered, Vice-Chancellor Fong has the right to expel people. My dad said that if he wants to expel people, no one can stop him. You. Fong Yuan was furious. She let out a shrill scream. This was too much. Fong Ping was too much. The girls around him covered their ears. They were also very innocent. Fong Yuan decided to ignore them. She closed her eyes and continued to rock the energy stone. Under the crystal pagoda, in the underground mineral vein, Fong Ping inhaled lightly. Old Man Li, Lu Polu, and even Wu Quishan surrounded him one after another. Wu Quishan said in a low voice, Are you confident? If you are, then let's start. The few of us will work together to seal off the aura so that the energy won't leak and the golden body projection won't be exposed. Fong Ping inhaled again and said, I'm confident. If 3,000 hertz can guide it, then it won't be a problem. If it doesn't work, I'll hone my brain for a while longer. There's still a few days left anyway. If it really doesn't work, I'll change the date. It's not a big deal. Everyone laughed. Old Man Li glanced at him and said again, If it really doesn't work, then we'll avoid it. I know. As he said that, Fong Ping took a deep breath. In the mineral vein, rich energy surged toward him. Wu Quishan and the others started sealing off the aura. Fong Ping absorbed the energy while staring at the data on the interface. Wealth, 177 million points vitality, 42,280 calories, 42,280 calories, mentality, 2,999 hertz, 2,999 hertz, destructive power. Bone honing, 177 bones, 100%, 29 bones, 90%, storage space, 1,000 cubic meters plus, energy barrier, 1 point/minute plus, aura simulation, 10 per minute plus. His golden body was about to complete the first forging. After completing the first refinement of the golden body, one's vitality could reach up to 50,000 calories. But that was for a complete golden body. Today, Fong Ping's internal organs were not yet golden, including the last bone marrow in his skull. To be able to complete the golden body without guiding the last bone marrow and have a vitality of more than 42,000 calories was already extraordinary. I hope I can borrow the power of the transformation to complete the second refinement of the golden body. In the new martial arts era, most peak rank 8 martial artists could complete the 5 refinements of the golden body. Completing the first refinement would mean entering rank 8. Completing the second refinement would mean early stage rank 8, and the third refinement would mean middle stage rank 8. After completing the second refinement of the golden body, Fong Ping was a true early stage rank 8 powerhouse, not the so-called early stage of rank 8. Lu Polu was currently at early stage rank 8. After staring at the data for a while, Fong Ping's vitality suddenly erupted. His body shone with a golden light, and the house of gold appeared in the underground mineral vein. Rise! Fong Ping growled. In the next moment, the house of gold began to swell and become bigger. The golden light on Fong Ping's body became more intense. Large amounts of imperishable matter circulated on his body. In the blink of an eye, the Sanjiao Gate and the Celestial Bridge appeared too. The brain nucleus quickly appeared in front of everyone. Fong Ping's Sanjiao Gate opened instantly, and large amounts of energy surged toward the brain nucleus. Not only vitality force, but mentality, including large amounts of golden imperishable matter, also surged toward the brain nucleus. Crack! A sound that seemed to come from another world was heard. Everyone focused their attention on Fong Ping's brain nucleus. Wu Quishan tried his best to seal off the vitality as he growled, "Don't force it. If you can't do it, then hone for a while more." "I can." Fong Ping's answer was sonorous and forceful. It was only the 3,000 hertz barrier. Previously, without the method of honing the brain nucleus, he felt that he could break through the barrier by force. Now he had a fundamental way to improve it. As long as he could hone the brain nucleus to become stronger and sturdier, breaking through this barrier would not be a problem. Crack, crack. In the void, the brain nucleus kept emitting faint cracking sounds. Everyone's hearts were in their throats. Before this, they did not know where the brain nucleus was. That was fine. If they forced it, they would not feel anything. However, now that they saw the location of the brain nucleus and heard the faint cracking sounds coming from the brain nucleus, they became nervous instead. What if he really exploded from overeating? If it shattered, could Fong Ping still survive? Still, they had some doubts. Were all the previous breakthroughs like this? Or was Fong Ping special this time? Crack, crack. Although the brain nucleus was cracking, the influx of energy was also mending it continuously. The crystal-clear brain nucleus now looked like a rhombus-shaped cube. Some cracks on the surface made this cube even more dazzling and eye-catching. The cube was overflowing with rich mentality. Fong Ping did not look sideways. He continued to pour in energy and imperishable matter. After about 30 seconds, the cracking sounds gradually weakened. The golden imperishable matter continued mending the small cracks rapidly. The initially crystal-clear brain nucleus was now expanding slowly, becoming brighter and brighter, mixed with a hint of gold. "Break!" Fong Ping choked out another word from his throat. With a low roar, the golden house beside him expanded with a bang. At the same time, the brain nucleus rapidly turned pale gold. Fong Ping did not even have time to look at the data. At this moment, the golden house suddenly disappeared, turning into pure mentality. However, it was golden mentality. At this moment, Fong Ping realized for the first time that mentality was different. Materialized objects could actually gather and disperse at will. Before this, his materialized objects turning into the golden house could not do it. If it dispersed, then it would really disperse and there was no way to gather again. However, at this moment, Fong Ping did it. The golden mentality flew toward Fong Ping's brain nucleus. In the next moment, all of it merged into the brain nucleus. The brain nucleus shone with a golden light. At this moment, the brain nucleus that was still in the center of the Sanjiao Gate suddenly took the initiative and flew toward Fong Ping's head. Everyone's eyes were glued to it. Until today, everyone finally knew how the rank 8 breakthrough was done. The mentality was withdrawn into the brain nucleus. At this moment, the brain nucleus would enter the brain, guiding the final changes in the bone marrow. "Fong Ping, pay attention," Wu Quishan growled. Fong Ping did not speak because at this moment, the brain nucleus had already flown over, like an invisible substance, directly entering his head. The moment the brain nucleus entered his head, Fong Ping suddenly felt as if his head was going to explode. A wave of thick and mighty mentality exploded in his mind. Golden light shot out from Fong Ping's head. Wu Quishan and the others roared one after another. At this moment, a shadow rose from the mentality barrier that they had set up. That was the projection of power. The shadow gradually solidified, but it did not soar high into the sky. At this moment, everyone noticed something different. The shadow became more and more real. Fong Ping's bones, blood vessels, brain, internal organs. At this moment, it was as if they were being dissected for everyone to see. Everyone saw that Fong Ping's entire body was almost covered in golden light. Only the depths of his brain was a little gray area, as well as his internal organs. They were also sparkling and translucent. In the gray area of his brain, streams of golden liquid were flowing, rolling, and dragging the gray matter, as if trying to drag the gray matter into it. However, the golden liquid seemed to be unable to be dragged. Oh no! Wu Quishan frowned. His mentality has just reached 3,000 hertz, slightly weaker than the average peak rank 7. It seems like it can't be pulled. Fong Ping, just as Wu Quishan was about to speak, he noticed something strange. Initially, the golden liquid was the projection of mentality. There was only so much of it. However, at this moment, this golden liquid was expanding continuously, becoming thicker and stronger. Fong Ping, who was sitting cross-legged on the ground, did not make a sound, but he stared at it. This was the first time he saw the recovery process of mentality clearly. Where did the source of the system's power come from? He did not see it. He only saw that his mentality was recovering continuously at its most powerful period, dragging the gray matter into it. Some of the gray matter was gradually turning into golden matter. It's still a little lacking, Fong Ping muttered in his heart. 3,000 hertz mentality could actually guide the skull bone marrow to turn into a golden body. However, the strength seemed to be insufficient. The speed was extremely slow. Fong Ping subconsciously looked at the data panel in front of him. Bones honed. 177 bones, 100%. 29 bones, 91% plus. The speed is too slow. But there's a plus sign again. This means that I've already met the requirements to hone the skull bone marrow. Fong Ping took a deep breath. He had honed all the 206 bones a long time ago. He had also honed the bone marrow of 177 bones. Only the bone marrow of the skull had not changed. He knew that the moment the skull bone marrow changed would be the time for him to truly forge a golden body. That was why he did not pay attention to it before. Now, the opportunity was here. Since my mentality is slightly lacking, then I'll rely on the system's power to hone my bone marrow. Fong Ping's heart stirred. In the blink of an eye, the data changed again. Bones honed. 177 bones, 100%. 1 bone, 92% plus. 28 bones, 91% plus, increased by 1%. Used up 10,000 wealth points. It's still acceptable. He had honed to 91% previously. Honing a bone marrow required 90,000 wealth points. 63 million wealth points was enough. Luckily, it's now. Even if I could, I didn't have the money to hone it. 3 billion. Now, more than 20 billion was nothing to Fong Ping. However, when he had honed his bones, he was only rank 5. He was not as rich as he was now. Fong Ping did not think about this anymore. Instead, he looked at the virtual image. This projection of power clearly recorded the changes in his body. When Fong Ping used the system's power to hone, he suddenly discovered the source of the power. In the sky, the Sanjiao Gate suddenly disappeared. The moment it disappeared, Fong Ping could sense that the Sanjiao Gate and the Celestial Bridge seemed to have entered his brain. Faintly, Fong Ping could feel something. There was power seeping out from the Sanjiao Gate. The power that was pulling the gray earlier had turned from 1 to 2. One was a golden liquid flow. That was the power of mentality. The other seemed to be an invisible power. That was the power of the Sanjiao Gate. No, it should be the power of the system. The power source of system honing comes from the Sanjiao Gate. Where does the Sanjiao Gate lead to? At this moment, Fong Ping had endless fantasies. A long time ago, Fong Ping had been thinking that the Sanjiao Gate was made up of 3 gateways. The gateways actually led to an endless dark zone. Where did the gateways lead to? He had no idea how these 3 half-real and half-fake gateways came into being and how they appeared. The source of power seemed to originate from the Sanjiao Gate. Had anyone entered the Sanjiao Gate before? Fong Ping did not know. At this moment, Fong Ping's thoughts were just thoughts. He was not in the mood to think about it further. Even the Apex might not know anything about this. Fong Ping stared at the projection. The speed at which the gray substance turned into the golden substance was much faster. Beside him, Wu Quishan and the others gave Fong Ping a strange look. Earlier, because Fong Ping's mentality was not strong enough, the speed of the transformation was extremely slow. Everyone saw it. Now, however, the speed was unbelievably fast. Fong Ping's Sanjiao Gate disappeared into the void. Everyone saw it too. Was that the power of the resurrected martial artists? The power that the resurrected martial artists left behind in their past lives had been awakened now. Among the crowd, Li Hansong saw it the most carefully. There seemed to be something else in his life gate that he had not taken out yet. Did the source of the resurrected martial artist's power come from the Sanjiao Gate? Fong Ping could awaken the power of his past life from the Sanjiao Gate. What about him? Could he try it from this aspect? Fong Ping did not have time to care about what these people thought. In the next moment, the gray substance suddenly turned golden. Immediately after, an extremely powerful golden flow surged toward Fong Ping's internal organs. Fong Ping had no time to look at the projection anymore. Crackling sounds came from his golden body. At this moment, Fong Ping could clearly feel that his internal organs were transforming. Phew! Fong Ping exhaled continuously. Each time he exhaled, a large amount of dirty airflow spurted out. Old Man Li shouted, "Use the imperishable substance to hone your body quickly. Hone your body together with this power, quick." Fong Ping did not delay, immediately starting to transform the imperishable substance. Large amounts of imperishable substance surged into his internal organs, into his torso, into his bone marrow, as if trying to fill himself up. Crack, 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 waves of crisp sounds were heard. Fong Ping's body suddenly grew bigger and swelled up. The hair on his head also began to fall. All the hair on his body fell off. As soon as it fell off, Fong Ping immediately consumed energy to maintain the growth. His hair grew at a speed visible to the naked eye, but it turned golden. Seeing that Fong Ping was staring at his lower body, Old Man Li could not help but scold, "Hurry up and hone your body. What are you looking at? If it's golden, then it's golden. When the power dissipates, naturally it'll still be its normal color." Li Hansong almost could not hold it in anymore. After holding it in for a while, he laughed foolishly. "Fong Ping, use more imperishable substance to hone there too. Get lost." Fong Ping almost choked. "Mother asterisk her. When I'm breaking through, you actually have the time to talk nonsense." It's true. Otherwise, it's too weak. It's also considered a weakness. Although if it's broken, it can still be reborn. Instructor, chop him to death. Fong Ping was exasperated. Iron Head had become arrogant now. While he was breaking through, he actually started to tease him. Li Hansong laughed for a while, but in the next moment, his expression stiffened. Not only him, but the others were also speechless. Fong Ping did not pay attention to anything. When he felt the atmosphere was different, he could not help but raise his head at this moment. Fong Ping's expression changed drastically. T. He forgot that the golden projection was still there. Huh? Everyone suddenly laughed hysterically. In the void, on the side of the golden projection, the golden glow of its lower body was incomparably brilliant, and a lot of it was concentrated somewhere. Li Hansong punched his chest hard, forcing himself not to laugh. Fong Ping, this fellow, said that he did not want it, but he was actually secretly honing it. Did this fellow forget that the projection was still there? No matter how sneakily he touched it, everyone could see it. How extravagant! Old Man Li suddenly sighed. How extravagant! Who would use so much imperishable matter to hone that thing when breaking through to rank 8? The key was that there was no imperishable matter. Just entering rank 8, a little bit of imperishable matter would be produced, but the amount was extremely small. This amount of imperishable matter was enough to complete the forging of a martial artist's golden body. Fong Ping, on the other hand, actually had a lot of imperishable matter to hone these. Old Man Li maintained his chi activity and said, "Continue to use some imperishable matter to hone the strength of a divine weapon and see." This time, Fong Ping's expression really darkened. What did he mean? At a critical moment, maybe it can be used as a divine weapon. Others can't think of it. Old Li. Fong Ping's tone was unfriendly. You're the one using it as a divine weapon. I'm not going to play this gangster. Harumphing. Fong Ping ignored him and continued to convert large amounts of imperishable matter, honing his body again and again. Fong Ping began honing every part of his body. Rumble. Fong Ping sat on the ground, but he realized that the ground was starting to sink. Old Man Li shouted, "Control your strength. You're almost 10,000 caddies now. Don't collapse." At this time, Fong Ping also felt this. His flesh seemed to be getting heavier and heavier. The golden body of his internal organs was about to be completed. Previously, he was only 3,000 caddies, but all of a sudden, he seemed to have become a lot heavier. Rumble. This time, the rumbling sound was heard again. However, it was not the sound that came from the ground, but from his internal organs. Fong Ping's teeth turned golden in an instant, a brilliant golden color. His mouth was full of big golden teeth. His eyes, including his pupils, turned golden in an instant. Fingernails, blood vessels, every part of his body had turned golden. Rumble. In his body, a surge of power came out, bombarding Fong Ping's flesh. Every bombardment made Fong Ping's body tremble. Waves of filthy airflow were expelled from Fong Ping's body. Golden body cleansing. All the impurities in your body will be expelled. Every time you forge a golden body, it will make the golden body denser and stronger. Every time, it will expel the tiny impurities in your body. At rank 8, your body will be like colored glass, pure and without any impurities. From now on, you can say goodbye to food in a real sense. You will no longer need anything. You will not eat the food of the mortal world. This is a god. Fong Ping had no time to listen to these. At this time, every bombardment of power was from the inside out, expelling the impurities in his body. And every time it was expelled, Fong Ping realized that there seemed to be some cracks in his golden body. At this time, the others would not care. It was the same for those who had forged fewer golden bodies. However, Fong Ping did not stay idle. He began to fill in, compress, hone, and plug up these cracks with a large amount of imperishable matter. Once the imperishable matter entered his body, it was instantly absorbed and digested. At this time, Fong Ping realized something was different. Inside his body, it seemed to have produced his own imperishable matter. The imperishable matter in his body was produced from his golden body. It was very, very little. It was so little that Fong Ping thought it was negligible. This was the imperishable matter that he had produced when he reached rank 8 golden body. Fong Ping did not care about the imperishable matter that he produced anymore. He was still consuming the imperishable matter regardless of the cost, honing his golden body. The newly forged golden body seemed to be extremely empty, lacking the imperishable matter. No matter how much Fong Ping converted, it was absorbed rapidly. 10 elemental force, 100 elemental force, 1,000 elemental force. Fong Ping was shocked. It was so much, yet it was still absorbing. 1,000 vitality of destruction was more than what a rank 9 could achieve. Not just more, it was a lot more. However, at this time, it was still absorbed by his golden body. Rank 8 powerhouses cultivated imperishable matter continuously and honed their golden bodies continuously. It took a long time for their golden bodies to reach saturation and complete a transformation. However, because Fong Ping did not lack imperishable matter, when he broke through, he began to absorb a large amount of imperishable matter. While expelling the impurities, he absorbed the imperishable matter to fill in the emptiness after the impurities were expelled. Rumble. Suddenly, a rumbling sound came from Fong Ping's golden body. The golden light was blinding. Old Man Li and the rest growled again, unleashing powerful vitality and mentality, covering the golden light. Second forging completed. So fast. Everyone's faces were filled with shock. This speed was too fast. At this moment, Fong Ping had truly reached early stage rank 8. Lu Pola's expression was bitter. He was surpassed just like that? It had only been a few days. He had only forged one. When the golden body was forged, it was the embodiment of the first forging of the golden body. Right now, he was beginning the second forging of the golden body. It was not completed yet, it was just the beginning. As for Fong Ping, he had already completed the second forging of the golden body in the blink of an eye. At this time, seeing that Fong Ping was still forging his body, Old Man Li suddenly shouted, "Enough! If your mentality is not strong enough, your golden body is too strong. It's easy to lose control." Fong Ping suddenly came to a realization. Yes, this was not the time to lose control. Otherwise, if he could not recover by the 10th, he would be in big trouble. In the next moment, the golden silhouette dissipated. Fong Ping stood up abruptly, stomping a huge pit on the ground with one foot, revealing the energy stones below. Fong Ping could not care about anything else. He hurriedly checked the changes in his data. His expression changed again and again. Rank 8, the changes were really too big. Wealth, 164 million points vitality. 40,000 calories, 62,100 calories, mentality. 2,000 hertz, 3,199 hertz. Destructive power, 1 yuan, 22 yuan, bone honing. 206 bones, 100%, storage space, 1,000 cubic meters, plus, energy shield, 1 point/minute plus, aura simulation, 10 points/minute plus, vitality increased by 20,000 calories in an instant. After completing the first forging of the golden body, his vitality would exceed 50,000 calories. After completing the second forging, his vitality would exceed 60,000 calories. Fong Ping had not only completed the second forging, but he had also surpassed it slightly. He had even walked a small distance on the way to the third forging. He had completely honed his bones, and the destructive power had finally appeared. The upper limit was actually 22 yuan, and Fong Ping had actually only produced 1 yuan of destructive power. Seeing this, Fong Ping was a little speechless. However, 22 yuan of power was actually already a lot. 1 yuan of power was equivalent to 10 C of celestiality, and 1 C of celestiality was equivalent to 500 calories of vitality force. In other words, 22 yuan of destructive power was actually equivalent to 110,000 calories of vitality force. This was the power of the destructive power. Powerhouses who used destructive power to fight were even more powerful. Of course, powerhouses could convert it into celestiality to fight, and its destructive power was also very strong. However, in terms of pure quality and destructive power, celestiality was not as good as the destructive power. It did not have any feedback effect on powerhouses either. Instead, it would hurt the body and the powerhouse's mentality. I feel like I've become a lot stronger. The increase in vitality isn't considered much, just 5 times of what it was before, but I feel like my strength has increased by at least 5 times. Fong Ping threw a punch, not at anyone else, but at Li Hansong. There was a rumble. Li Hansong was like a hanging painting, slowly sliding down from the mentality barrier that Wu Quishan and the others had set up, his face full of innocence and grievance. King hit me again. I've only been hung up and beaten for a while, and here it comes again. I've really become a lot stronger. Previously, my own hands hurt when I hit metal heads. Now it's so refreshing. Fong Ping laughed. After completing the second stage of Golden Body and activating the third stage, he felt like he was much, much stronger than before. At this moment, Fong Ping's whole body was golden yellow. He muttered, "I think I can be sold like gold, and the purest kind at that. 10,000 caddies of gold, 5 tons. I can sell it for a high price." Everyone rolled their eyes at him. When would this guy learn to be more reasonable? You can only say that to yourself. If you say that to other golden body powerhouses, they will beat you to death. However, Fong Ping had entered rank 8 so quickly and completed the second stage of Golden Body. Everyone was still amazed. A 20-year-old rank 7, a 20-year-old rank 8, September 08. Fong Ping enrolled. Aspiring martial artist. October 10th. Fong Ping was a little more than 2 years after he became rank 8. As for Fong Ping, he was also a little emotional. He still remembered that when he was rank 4, he thought to himself, I'll be rank 4 in 1 year, rank 8 in 2 years, rank 12 in 3 years. Originally, it was just a joke to amuse himself. But who knew it really came true? Although 2 years had passed, to martial artists a month or so was nothing. He had actually reached rank 8 in a little more than 2 years. It was an unbelievable thing. He did not expect it to be so fast. Rank 8. I've achieved a golden body. Fong Ping was filled with emotions, and for a moment, he was a little absent-minded. But he still felt that something was missing, right? Where was Qin Fengqing? He had forgotten. That guy had gone to purify his energy and was waiting for the fire to burn. It seemed like he did not come. Fong Ping suddenly looked at the only martial artist of the same generation in the crowd, Li Hansong. Li Hansong, who had just slid down from the stronghold, saw Fong Ping staring at him with a blank expression. When he saw Fong Ping's dark expression, Li Hansong thought for a long time. Suddenly, he thought of something, and then his expression became extremely strange. Should I say it? But it's so embarrassing. I'm not as shameless as Qin Fengqing, and I'm not as shameless as Fatty Jiang. How can I say something like that? But Fong Ping's gaze was too sharp. He rubbed his palms together, as if he did not say it, he would kill him in the next moment. Li Hansong wanted to cry, but had no tears. After a while, he said in a low voice, Fong Ping is mighty. You forged a rank 8 golden body. I congratulate Fong Ping. His voice was as low as a mosquito's. Fong Ping lost his interest in an instant. He let out a humph. Spoil sport. There was no momentum at all. Those who did not know would think that he had died. Old Man Li and the others looked at each other and could not help but laugh. This kid did not have a chance to show off his breakthrough this time. He must be feeling very aggrieved. In the end, Li Hansong, who was the supporting actor, was not good enough. Now Fong Ping was probably even more depressed. Li Hansong was helpless too. I said I couldn't do it. It's too embarrassing. But after thinking about it, Li Hansong still said seriously, Congratulations to the Celestial Emperor for reviving and advancing further, reforging the glory of ancient martial arts. Fong Ping stared at him for a long time. Do you really believe it, or did you hypnotize yourself to believe it? He did not stutter when he said this. Chapter 698. On the 3rd of October, Fong Ping broke through to rank 8. No one knew that at this moment, Fong Ping had advanced to rank 8 without a sound. When he came out of the underground mineral vein, Fong Ping still had rank 7 aura. He disguised his aura, 10 wealth points per minute. That was 600 points per hour, more than 10,000 points a day. Fong Ping did not care about this expenditure at all. Disguising for 7 to 8 days was nothing. No one knew that Fong Ping had broken through. Other than a few people in MCMAU who knew, the others did not believe it because it was not Fong Ping's style. Breaking through without a sound, was that still Fong Ping? Coming out of the underground mineral vein, Fong Ping saw Fong Yuan, whose legs were trembling. 3 days. This girl had been standing here for 3 days with hundreds of caddies of energy stones on her back. Fong Ping was really surprised. He did not know what to say. His sister seemed to have really grown up. He dared not imagine that his sister could have such perseverance. Sigh. He sighed softly, indescribably complicated. On the 4th of October, Fong Ping was not busy with anything else but preparing to help Qin Fengqing break through. He did not choose to do it in the mineral vein. Fong Ping was worried that the mineral vein would explode. Southern area, seaside. On this day, almost all the MCMU grandmasters came. In the middle of the crowd, Qin Fengqing was grinning from ear to ear. He circled the big crystal furnace in the center and grinned. Who made this furnace? It's beautiful, yes? They should carve some patterns on it. Wu Quishan ignored him. This time, he came out of the catacombs to protect Fong Ping in secret, but on the surface it was for Qin Fengqing. Any powerhouse who had a chance to become a grandmaster breaking through was a big deal. However, Qin Fengqing was not breaking through. This guy was still planting trees with golden eggs on his head. Wu Quishan exhaled softly. After a long time, he looked at the beaming Qin Fengqing and said in a low voice, Qin Fengqing, 28 years ago, I was still an instructor in MCMAU. That year, your father got into MCMAU with excellent results. The old vice-chancellor saw that he had outstanding talent. The vice-chancellor, who had not accepted any students for a few years, accepted your father. Your father did not disappoint. In just a few years, he entered the middle ranks. That era was different from the present. Everyone had to rely on their own hard work, and there were only a few vitality pills. The effects of the vitality pills back then were not as strong as they were now, and there was almost no energy on Earth. Just like that, your father entered level 4 before graduating and was praised as the most promising heavenly son of the current generation to enter level 7. Compared to your father, Li Chongqing was slightly inferior. After graduation, your father joined MCMAU as an instructor and became our colleague. Your mother was just a normal person. Your father married your mother because he hoped that his wife would not have to go to the catacombs and not know what he was doing. When he had his own children, your father also told us before that he did not want them to practice martial arts. Even when we laughed at him and said that he had no guts, he never cared. Your father is a gentleman. Back in MCMAU, everyone said that your father was a good man. Even though he was talented and achieved rank 5 before the age of 30, he was not arrogant at all. Back then, cultivating to rank 5 before the age of 30 was as difficult as rank 7 now. Just when everyone thought that your father could become MCMU's third Grandmaster level powerhouse after the Vice-Chancellor and Old Liu, an accident happened. Sky Gate City's riot. Your father fought in the catacombs and died in the catacombs. Back then, you were still young. Before your father died, the one thing he could not let go of was you. Even when he fought until the last moment of his life, he could not let go of you and your mother, Suicide Saber Qin Nanxing, the most dazzling genius of that era. So dazzling that everyone thought that he would not die, but he died in the catacombs. He died in the catacombs at the age of 34. You were Qin Nanxing's son. You were Suicide Saber's son. Qin Nanxing's biggest hope was that his son would not become a martial artist. Sad, but respectable. Back then, not now. Back then, martial artists were really bitter, too bitter. Bitter to the point that all powerhouses, without exception, did not want their children to become martial artists and their descendants to die in the catacombs. At this moment, Wu Quishan had a lot to say. He even felt a little sympathetic. Back then, he was more arrogant than Qin Nanxing. Qin Nanxing, the most dazzling prodigy, did not dare to let his son practice martial arts, but he insisted on letting his daughter practice martial arts. Qin Nanxing married an ordinary person as his wife, but he married a powerhouse like Lu Fengru as his wife. Both of their choices were completely opposite, but the stronger the martial artists of that era, the more miserable it was. His daughter died in the catacombs, and Qin Nanxing died in the catacombs at a young age, leaving behind an orphan and a widow. However, sometimes fate was really unpredictable. Qin Nanxing's biggest hope in this life was for his wife and son to live a peaceful life. Who would have thought that his son would be admitted into MCMAU after his death? Not only did he get into MCMAU, but he also became the craziest martial artist among MCMU's students. Time and time again in the catacombs, time and time again risking his life, time and time again. Qin Nanxing probably did not expect this to happen. He probably did not want to see this either. Wu Quishan's expression became even more complicated. He sighed softly. Now, you have entered the mentality-vitality unity realm. This is a happy and good thing. Fengqing, your father's biggest wish was for you to be safe. Now, you have to train your body in the blazing fire. If you are not careful, you will die. If your father knew that you died right under our noses, in the future, when you meet your father in the underworld, sigh. Qin Fengqing chuckled. Vice-Chancellor, are you cursing me? Will I die here? Don't joke around. Qin Fengqing looked around and laughed. I won't die so easily. If I die from just a mere energy flame body tempering, then I might as well stop practicing martial arts. Don't even mention that old man of mine. His thoughts are his thoughts. He never told me. If I don't practice martial arts, what would I be doing now? Going to work from 9 to 5? Earning 3,000 to 5,000 a month, marrying a wife who I don't know has a common language with. and carrying on the family line? Was he envious of the martial artists? I've never regretted becoming a martial artist. I've seen a new world. I've seen everything I wanted to see. Can ordinary people understand the wonders I've experienced? I'm 23 years old, but what I've seen, and experienced are things that ordinary people can never experience in their entire lives. I don't want to one day, because of the catacombs invasion, I don't know anything. I don't want to die without knowing how I died. I only have one thing, and that is that even if I die, I will die with a bang. If I, Qin Fengqing, die, then I will bite off a piece of flesh from the person who killed me. Die here? How is this possible? Qin Fengqing laughed heartily. He leaped up and stood on top of the huge furnace. He looked at Fong Ping and smiled. Come on, you've already agreed. Hurry up and pour the energy liquid. Today, I, Qin Fengqing, will become a grandmaster here. Make a name for yourself? Fong Ping glanced at him and said mildly, if you die, that old lady of yours who cried herself blind probably won't be able to live either. She lost her husband when she was young and her son when she was old. She didn't even have anyone to take care of her when she was old. Qin Fengqing shouted, who isn't like this in this era? Fong Ping, do you know what I despise the most about you? Hypocrite. Qin Fengqing scolded, you are so *king hypocritical. Do you know that? After embarking on the path of martial arts, who would have a way out? Have you? Have I? Has your sister? Not a single one. You clearly know that there is no way out. You can only move forward, yet you insist on stopping and saying a few pretentious words. In my opinion, you're just taking off your pants and farting. It's superfluous. There is no way out. No one does, including those ordinary people. If the catacombs are not destroyed, who would have a way out? The ones who died back then were my father. Yes, Vice-Chancellor Wu's daughter. It was the old man. It was those classmates, those instructors. After a few more years, if the catacombs are not destroyed, you will die. I will die. My mother will die too. Since we will die sooner or later. Why are you being so noisy? Do you think that if you stop your sister now, your sister will not die? Sooner or later. If humans lose, then the entire army will be annihilated. Escape. Where can you escape to? You don't have to provoke me. I don't need you to provoke me either. Be more straightforward. Be more decisive. I actually think highly of you. You are full of nonsense. I look down on you. At this moment, Qin Fengqing was unusually arrogant. When he scolded Fong Ping, he did not hold back. Fong Ping glanced at him and smiled. Suddenly, he turned around and left. The next moment, Qin Fengqing was suddenly in extreme pain. He cried out loudly, Fong Ping, Vice-Chancellor Fong, Master Fongs, I was wrong. I was just joking. Don't take it seriously. Don't go. Master Fong, don't go. Qin Fengqing wanted to cry, but had no tears. He jumped down from the big stove hurriedly and wailed, Master Fong, I was wrong. I was too full of myself just now. Please come back quickly. Li Han Song, Wu Quishan, Li Changsheng. At this moment, the scene was eerily quiet. Li Han Song looked up at the sky. The sky was beautiful and beautiful. Qin Fengqing must be crazy. Don't you *King know what kind of person Fong Ping is? This guy can only flatter you. He will not humbly ask for advice or humbly accept advice. No matter how reasonable your words are, unless you can defeat him, you are wrong. You are a guy who wants to borrow the energy fluid. Instead of flattering him, you have to talk about some big principles. I'm already doing you a favor by not beating you up. A few minutes later, Qin Fengqing returned with a fawning smile on his face, supporting Fong Ping. Wu Quishan and the others felt ashamed to watch. How could Qin have a son like this? Was it not embarrassing? Fortunately, he had passed away early. Otherwise, he would have died from anger if he did not die in the past. Vice-Chancellor Fong, you see, can we burn it now? Qin Fengqing was all smiles. Fong Ping glanced at him. After a while, he said, leave the divine weapon behind. If I burn it, I can at least recoup some of my losses. Qin Fengqing had no choice but to toss the divine weapon Changdao aside. Is there anything else? Did you hide anything good? Did you find any other treasures in the catacombs? Tell me all of them, so they don't go to waste. Qin Fengqing touched his trouser pockets, then touched his clothes. After a while, he said, "Why don't I take off my clothes? I have to burn them later anyway, so they don't go to waste." Qin Fengqing laughed dryly. "Nonsense. If I were not poor, would I suck up to you?" Fong Ping ignored him. He walked to the stove, and a big bottle appeared in his hand. He stared at the stove for a while, then poured the energy fluid inside. Qin Fengqing was slightly excited. Once again, he leaped onto a small platform above the stove. "Burn it!" Qin Fengqing could not wait. Beside him, Wu Quishan and the others were silent. Fong Ping finally asked, "Nothing else?" "Nothing else. That's all. I'm fine anyway." "What if F*CK? That's a bit of a wet blanket. What if something happens? Just give me some food to eat and tell me that I want to make a fortune." "Okay." Fong Ping did not say anything else. He released his mentality and merged it into the energy fluid. The mentality fire ignited the energy fluid instantly. "Ah!" As soon as it was ignited, Qin Fengqing screamed. The clothes on his body turned into ashes instantly. His hair disappeared without a trace. "Awesome!" With a scream, Qin Fengqing suddenly laughed maniacally. He laughed with his naked body. "Awesome! Awesome!" At this moment, a black mist-like substance rose from his body continuously. The energy fire began to rise. It spread under his feet, burning all the way. It did not burn his flesh. Instead, it ignited the energy and vitality in his body. "Awesome!" Qin Fengqing screamed. Fong Ping ignored him. Beside him, Li Hansong stretched out his hand to test it. In the next moment, an invisible flame ignited on his hand. Li Hansong frowned. His physique was not much weaker than Fong Ping's before he broke through. However, when the flame burned on his hand, the pain was unbearable. "Sigh." Li Hansong shook his head slightly. He looked at the naked Qin Fengqing. This guy was laughing maniacally. He did not know how long he could hold on. Fong Ping and Li Hansong both took a few steps back. The others walked over one after another. Lu Fengru glanced at Qin Fengqing. Suddenly, she shouted, "Qin Fengqing, restrain yourself for me. Otherwise, I'll take a video and upload it online." Qin Fengqing grimaced. He had no choice. He turned around, his butt facing Lu Fengru. He was already so old, yet he still cared about this. Women were so troublesome. Lu Fengru was helpless. She glanced at the energy flame that was spreading on his body. She frowned slightly and looked at Wu Quishan. Wu Quishan shook his head. He set up a barrier and said quickly, "There are too many impurities in his body. This guy reached rank 6 in a mere 4 years. He's about to reach rank 7. One honing. This is almost impossible. Actually, it hasn't even been 4 years. He was only rank 3 when he entered junior year. In 2 years, he went from rank 3 to rank 7. It's all because of these impurities. Now that he wants to burn these impurities, he's actually burning his origin energy, his vitality. I'm worried that he might not be able to hold on." Fong Ping said in a low voice, "Now that things have come to this, there's no point in talking anymore. This guy chose his own path. He can't blame anyone else. If he really dies, he deserves it." Sigh. The few of them sighed again, speechless for a while. As for Qin Fengqing, he did not shout anymore. The next moment, he suddenly kicked the platform on top of the furnace away and jumped straight into the furnace. Fong Ping frowned. Wu Quishan even cursed in a low voice. "Mother f***er this bastard. He's not like his father at all." The furnace had now become a big pot. Qin Fengqing was soaking in the energy liquid. There was no hair on his body. He was bald. His voice was hoarse, but he was still smiling. "You should make a bathtub." The person who built this thing completely didn't consider the user's thoughts. Bad review. As he spoke, an energy flame spurted from his mouth. In the blink of an eye, his tongue was burned into a bloody mess. Fong Ping's expression changed slightly. He shouted in a low voice, "Mother f***er, can you shut up? Seal all your pores and shut your beak. Let the energy circulate in your body." "Ah!" Qin Fengqing nodded hurriedly. Then he could not hold it in anymore. He opened his mouth wide, his voice even hoarser. F***CK. You're not allowed to scream. I don't feel comfortable if I don't scream. Hiss hiss. In the time it took to say this sentence, this guy's tongue was almost black from the heat. Fong Ping's expression was cold. He ignored him. This time, Qin Fengqing shut up. Not only did he shut up, but after some thought, he suddenly dove into the energy liquid. The sizzling sound was getting louder and louder. Above the furnace, all kinds of messy black and blood-colored energy were ignited and destroyed continuously. Fong Ping and the others were helpless. The messy energy in this guy's body was really too much. If this went on, perhaps this guy would really be burned to ashes in the end. Above their heads, the golden egg tree was also swaying unsteadily. It was starting to show signs of collapse. The energy flame had already burned to mentality. A muffled groan came from the furnace. Perhaps only he knew how painful it was to have his mentality burned. The arrogant Qin Fengqing could no longer be arrogant at this moment. Just as the energy flame was still burning fiercely, while Fong Ping and the others were silent, a figure appeared beside them. He's a tough guy. What a pity. Fong Ping turned his head and said, "What's there to pity?" Zhang Tao said with a faint smile, "It's a pity. You're almost turning him into a bootlicker. Isn't it a pity? If he doesn't bootlicker, you'll give him resources to cultivate?" Zhang Tao was speechless. Suddenly, he did not know whether to laugh or cry. Yes, if he bootlicker with Fong Ping, at least he could get cultivation resources. If he bootlicker with old Zhang, there was a high probability that he would not get it. Not talking about this, Zhang Tao looked at everyone and said, "Now it's all up to him. Once the energy goes out of control and he can't control it, it will explode instantly. Even I can't reverse it. If the energy flame burns all over his body, I can't guarantee whether he can continue to control it." As he said that, he added, "Of course, if he can really control it and burn the impurities in his body, it will be very beneficial to him. It's equivalent to another chance to be reborn. Even his mentality will be purer." Everyone nodded slightly. Beside him, Li Hansong suddenly said, "Can adding some imperishable substance make it easier for him?" Zhang Tao shook his head and said, "Don't mess around. The imperishable substance is also a type of energy. A powerful energy, the destructive force. Once the destructive force is ignited, with his current condition, he will be blown to pieces instantly." Li Hansong felt a little regretful. Fong Ping could not help but curse in a low voice. "This guy owes me more than 100 billion. If he dies just like this, I'll suffer a huge loss. I hate people who don't pay their debts the most. Also, he forgot to write an IOU this time. I don't know where to collect the debt if he dies." Zhang Tao glanced at him and smiled faintly. "Are you scolding me indirectly?" "No. Don't worry too much. He's very tough. He hasn't died after wandering in the catacombs for so long. He won't die so easily. You, on the other hand, worry more about yourself." Fong Ping said indifferently, "I've prepared everything that needs to be prepared. The rest is up to you, Minister. There's nothing I can do even if I die. Coincidentally, you guys don't have to pay your debts anymore. We can even celebrate." "Kid, do I owe you money?" Zhang Tao chuckled and said playfully, "I don't owe you money. Are you imagining things?" Fong Ping rolled his eyes and ignored him, continuing to look at the furnace. In the furnace, the energy flame was rising and the energy liquid was boiling. Qin Fengqing's bald head was exposed outside. At this moment, the top of his head was red. Vitality was surging and his scalp was burning. Bang! A muffled sound came from the furnace. Fong Ping frowned. Seeing this, Zhang Tao released his mentality and quickly stabilized the furnace. He said, "If you want to vent, vent." As soon as he said this, the muffled sound in the furnace grew louder. Rumble! Qin Fengqing punched the furnace wall, one punch after another. The energy flame rose extremely high. Wisps of black fog were burned away quickly. The tree planted in the golden egg had already withered. The golden egg was also collapsing rapidly. "How much longer do you need?" Fong Ping asked. Zhang Tao calculated for a while and said, "About an hour." Fong Ping's expression changed. He said in a low voice, Didn't you say it would be fast?" Zhang Tao said lightly, "I told him. He knows himself. Who said it would be fast?" "You. Don't look at me. I respect everyone's choice." Fong Ping took a deep breath. Without looking at the furnace, he said in a low voice, 11 rank 8 martial artists. Do you have a candidate for minister?" Hearing this, Zhang Tao felt a headache coming on. He said, "You're asking for too much. They all have to be rank 8 second refinement. There are only slightly more than 100 rank 8s on the Sino Nation ranking list. If you add them up, there are only about 10 or 20 second refinement rank 8. You want me to find 11 at once. Minister, let's cut the small talk and get straight to the point. Do you have a candidate in mind?" Zhang Tao gave him a look. This kid's temper was not small today. He could not be bothered to argue with him. Zhang Tao said in a low voice, "There aren't that many second refinement rank 8. I've found 8 for you in total. There are 3 first refinement rank 8. That's fine. Can they stop to rank 9s? It'll be difficult. Among the evil sect Salvation Elders, there are very few weak rank 9s. According to the intelligence, there are 4 elders, 3rd, 6th, 8th, and 9th, who will take action this time. There's also Grand Elder hiding in the dark. Among these 5 elders, only 9th Elder is weak rank 9s. It's hard to say for 8th Elder. Maybe not. 11 first and second refinement rank 8 martial artists will have no problem dealing with 2 weak rank 9s. But once, of course, I'll ask them to do their best to hold back the 2 evil sect elders. 5. Fong Ping took a deep breath. They can hold back 2? Try your best. The other 3 are all experts of the Tao of Essence? Yes. How strong is Grand Elder? I'm not sure, but he's at least in the top 10 of Sino Nation. I mean below the top. Top 10? Isn't that about the same as Leader Zhao and the rest? And this is the lowest estimate. Fong Ping frowned. Vice-Chancellor Chun is a 3rd refinement rank 8 and has a divine weapon. Vice-Chancellor Nan is a 5th refinement rank 8. He's considered very strong. Old Liu is only a 1st refinement rank 8. The 3 of them can at most hold back 6th Elder. If this is the order of strength. At most, and it's extremely dangerous. Then Grand Elder and 3rd Elder, Zhang Tao pondered. Leave 3rd Elder to Bei Gongxian. Grand Elder's side is a little troublesome. Of course, he might not make a move. If he does, don't worry, someone will stop him. That's not the point. This time, 5 Salvation Elders were deployed, but I'm not sure if it's all of them. If that's all, we can still hold on. But now, there's still no news from the 2nd, 4th, 5th, 7th, and 15th Elders. Which Elder is the Dragon King? 7th Elder, but he can't make a move. Then the other 4 might make a move? Yes. Don't these people already know about the few of you? Why don't we just kill them and be done with it? No, we'll be in trouble if we alert the enemy. Actually, we're still very curious about who the Pope is. This guy is very good at hiding. It's fine if he's below the top, but once he's at the top, when the war starts, some things will be very troublesome. Fong Ping was speechless. After a while, he said, the evil sect also has rank 7 and 8 powerhouses. If a few more come, it won't go according to our plan. Also, if the Pope isn't at the top, he might not be at Mount Royal Sea. He might come out. If he makes a move, it'll be even more troublesome. Zhang Tao nodded. He looked at Fong Ping and said, it's very troublesome and dangerous. If you regret it now, I'll give you a chance. If it doesn't work, just kill the few people who know their identities and intimidate the evil sect. This works too. At least for the time being, these guys won't dare to show up. The unknown is the dangerous one, Fong Ping murmured. Soon he asked, Minister, did you get the mentality clone? Zhang Tao did not waste any time. He tossed him a small jade sword. Li Zhen's. It's not a problem to kill 2 or 3 weak rank 9s. If you encounter Origin's powerhouses, other than the top 3 elders, there's hope of killing the rest. What about yours? I can't split any more in the near future. If I do, it'll be troublesome. Fong Ping saw that he did not seem to be lying. He felt a headache coming on. If that was the case, it was still extremely dangerous to encounter the top three elders. The next moment, Zhang Tao suddenly laughed. It's true that you can't split anymore, but it's not a big deal. I prepared a dozen fake ones for you. They carry my aura. It'll be good to scare them. At the critical moment, you can use them to scare them. Run when you have the chance. If you can't, hide your aura and hide in the sea. How can they find you so easily? Kid, this depends on you. If you can hold them off, then do it. If you can't, then just run. As for Lu Polu and the rest, the other party's target is you guys. Killing them won't do you any good. If you run, they probably won't dare to stay for long. Do you understand what I mean? Fong Ping nodded. He did not say anything else. He took the dozen or so crystal books from Zhang Tao and said, "Why don't you get another dozen or so small swords? I'll mix the real ones with the fake ones and see if I can kill a few of them." Zhang Tao laughed. He replied, "Sure. I'll ask Li Zhen to get some more later. Also, I'm afraid there will be a lot of trouble in the catacombs. Don't add to our troubles. Don't run to the catacombs. Run to the sea." Got it. The two of them communicated for a while. After confirming the general situation, Fong Ping did not say anything else. Instead, he looked at the stove. At this moment, the stove was already red. It was fresh blood. Energy flames did not actually burn the flesh. Fresh blood. It was Qin Fengqing's own doing. Seeing this, Fong Ping frowned. Zhang Tao also sighed softly. This was a ruthless character. It was just that he did not know if he could get through this. P.S. I'll update the basics later. I wrote too late yesterday and dozed off today. Let's stop here. Chapter 699. Bang! An explosion sounded in the furnace. Sizzling sounds rang out incessantly, and the liquid in the furnace had already turned completely blood red. "I lost control," Fong Ping murmured. There was a complicated look in his eyes. It was out of control. Qin Fengqing couldn't control the circulation of energy. Under the burning of energy, his body was already starting to explode. "Ah!" A hoarse voice rang out from the furnace, and in the next moment, Qin Fengqing stood up. Blood spurted out from his ears and nose, and energy began to attack his head. This small matter can kill me? Come on, Fong Ping. Make the fire bigger, make it bigger, burn." Qin Fengqing's expression was ferocious. He turned around and roared at Fong Ping. The flames of energy started to burn in his body and burst out again and again, attacking his body and his internal organs. Wu Quishan shouted coldly, "Shut up! Hurry up and control the energy circulation. Do you want to die?" Qin Fengqing grinned, his eyes filled with malevolence as he laughed. "It's fine. Make it bigger. I'm serious." "Not enough. A blunt knife cutting flesh hurts more. Give me a quick one. If I don't burn to death, I'll be a rank 7. Burn me to death in the blink of an eye. Now, goddammit, I'm burning up bit by bit. It hurts." Everyone frowned. Fong Ping took a breath and asked, "Are you sure?" "Yes. Yes. Then let's begin." Fong Ping. Wu Quishan growled. It was possible to increase the intensity of the fire, but now he was slowly expelling the energy impurities in Qin Fengqing's body. Once the energy fire became more intense, although it might be faster, it might go out of control, and Qin Fengqing would die even faster. "You're a real man. Come on." Qin Fengqing laughed heartily. Fong Ping did not say much. His mentality erupted abruptly, igniting all the energy liquids in the furnace once again. Bang! The energy flames rose in an instant, and even the void became somewhat illusory from the heat. Ah! At this moment, Qin Fengqing had completely turned into a burning man, and he screamed loudly. Kacha! The golden egg, which had not been completely destroyed before, collapsed in an instant, and the small tree had already disappeared. "Cool! Cool!" Qin Fengqing shouted loudly. Energy flames covered his entire body, and in some places, the energy went out of control, causing his torso to explode. Pung pung sounds rang out incessantly. There was less and less energy liquid in the furnace, and Qin Fengqing's body seemed to have turned into a crystal, a glaze. Fong Ping and the others watched in silence. No one spoke. Bang! With a loud bang, a huge hole appeared in Qin Fengqing's abdomen, and his internal organs could be seen clearly. Trash! Fong Ping cursed abruptly. What a piece of trash. Damn it. You only know how to brag. Even my control over my strength is stronger than yours. You're a rank 6 martial artist who can't even control your own strength. Yet you have the cheek to call others trash? You think you're invincible? Instructor Li, a rank 6, could slay a rank 8. His control of his strength had reached the pinnacle. When he burned Instructor Li, nothing would happen to him. Burn you? Are you that useless? Don't scold me. I'm not crippled. Qin Fengqing's face was ferocious, and he was a little unwilling. I'm not trash. He did not have enough control over his rank 6 powers because he had advanced too quickly. He was not useless. He was invincible. Return. Qin Fengqing let out a low growl. Suddenly, he grinned widely at Fong Ping. At that moment, his left arm almost exploded. In the end, he forcefully controlled it. Just as he finished laughing with a bang, his left leg exploded, leaving a huge hole. Qin Fengqing grimaced, losing control again. After that, Qin Fengqing did not have time to chat anymore. He kept controlling his own strength, preventing the pure energy from being ignited and stripping away the impurities in his body. His flesh was also blasted one hole after another, and a few of his bones were broken. Beside him, Fong Ping and the others watched for a while. After a long time, Fong Ping exhaled softly. The flames were getting smaller. Zhang Tao also chuckled. Not bad. Hold on. It'll be over soon. At this moment, although Qin Fengqing's torso was badly damaged, the flames on his body were gradually dissipating. Waves of pure energy erupted from his body. Although the energy flames brought him pain, the remaining pure energy was absorbed by Qin Fengqing after burning more than 50 kilograms of energy liquid. At this moment, the energy was being absorbed by his broken torso. Wu Quishan and the others breathed a sigh of relief. Huang Jing laughed. This kid is really tough. I guess he can take this little pain. It's not a big problem. Beside him, Wu Quishan said lightly, hindsight. Huang Jing glanced at him. You're not hindsight? As they were talking at this moment, Qin Fengqing suddenly screamed loudly. Brilliant flames erupted from his body again. Fong Ping, save me. Pour another bottle of energy liquid. Give me more imperishable substance. I don't want to die. Qin Fengqing's expression was hideous. After saying that, he screamed again. His whole body started bleeding. Seeing this, Li Hansong hurriedly looked at Fong Ping. Fong Ping, however, looked up at the sky. Zhang Tao looked helpless too. After a while, he said, MCMU's atmosphere still needs to change. It's almost becoming a drama academy. Not far away, Wu Quishan said lightly. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not the main culprit. It's all your fault that MCMU's atmosphere has become like this. Fong Ping, Zhang Tao, Qin Fengqing, Old Man Li, in short, it was not Wu Quishan's fault that MCMU had become a drama academy. Fong Ping, save me. Qin Fengqing was still screaming shrilly. Fong Ping thought for a while. Suddenly, a big box appeared in his hand. Qin Fengqing's eyes lit up. However, the moment Fong Ping opened the box, Qin Fengqing suddenly let out a roar. The energy on his body exploded to the limit. He leaped into the air and shouted, Today, I will become a grandmaster. Boom! A loud sound. In the sky, a golden ball appeared. The ball was instantly squashed into a big flat cake similar to Fong Ping's celestial bridge. Below, everyone looked at Fong Ping. When they saw the thing in his box, many of their faces twitched. Li Hansong squatted down and touched it. He asked curiously, Where did you get this? Fong Ping said calmly, I bought it from the military department. Bought it? Yes, Senior Tian Mu has a lot of it. It's just a matter of spending some money. Everyone was speechless. No one looked at that exhibitionist Qin Fengqing. Other than him, no one else would do something like that. At this moment, Everyone looked at Fong Ping's big box. The box was filled to the brim with balls that looked like grenades. Fong Ping said while smiling, "I heard that this is the most powerful single explosive recently developed. It's called something like CL-20. It should be this. I talked to Senior Tian Mu on the phone earlier. He said that he can't pay me back the money he owes me, so he got me some of this to play with. How much do you have here?" "Not much, because it's newly developed. I only got a few 100 kilograms." Beside him, Zhang Tao said with a headache, "Tian Mu will be killed by lesions sooner or later." Seeing that Li Hansong was still touching it, he could not help but scold, "Don't touch it. A few 100 kilograms. This thing is much more powerful than normal explosives. Its explosive speed is close to 10,000 meters per second. A few 100 kilograms of it can be compared to a rank 9's full-force attack." Li Hansong said in disbelief, "It's just an explosive. It's not as powerful as a nuclear bomb, right? It's comparable to the explosive yield of a small tactical nuclear weapon." Li Hansong shut his mouth immediately. Martial artists were strong, but when it came to destructive power, disregarding everything else and convenience, they were not as powerful as a nuclear bomb. The explosive power of a small tactical nuclear weapon was definitely comparable to a rank 9 powerhouse's full-force attack. At the thought of this, Li Hansong stopped touching it. If he touched it until it exploded, he might not be able to escape. Soon, however, Li Hansong's eyes lit up. "That's right. Fong Ping, we're on the ground now. Why don't we ask the minister to get a few 100 or 1,000 nuclear warheads here?" Zhang Tao said impatiently, "Get lost. Do you want to destroy Earth? Besides, do you think you can escape on your own? Moreover, you can't lock onto them. Do you think rank 9 people are useless? Rank 9 people have extremely strong senses for danger. This thing is also a dead thing. It doesn't know how to hide or restrain its aura. Once you aim at the other party will react. Do you want me to just stand there and let you blow me up?" Fong Ping laughed. "I know this, but my activation device is very simple. I keep it in my storage ring. When it's a critical moment, I can throw it out and it will explode instantly. It'll be hard for those people to escape. If it's detonated at a close distance, it'll easily blow you up." Zhang Tao still said this. If it's at a long distance, powerhouses can sense it and run as fast as lightning. If it's at a close distance, it'll be more dangerous. This thing's explosive speed is extremely fast, up to 10,000 meters per second. The explosion will happen in an instant. If Fong Ping really threw it out, even he could be blown up easily. Fong Ping laughed. "Actually, it's nothing. I won't be affected too much from 1,000 meters away. Anyway, I'll try it. If I throw it out from 1,000 meters away or hide it, those fellows might not notice. Minister, don't forget, I can hide. Wrap a layer of mentality shield around the outside of the explosive, calculate the route, and then boom." Fong Ping laughed sinisterly. "Those fellows probably think that modern weapons are no longer effective against them. They can't do it from a long distance, and if they get close, they'll have to worry about being blown up. Besides, not everyone has a storage ring. It won't work if there's too little of it, but if there's too much of it, don't tell me you'll carry it on you? They can't, but I can. Anyway, I'll try it. Rank 9s probably won't die. After all, a few 100 kilograms is only comparable to a rank 9 powerhouse's full-force attack, and it's not even the highest level. But rank 7s and 7s, especially rank 7s, they don't have a golden body. If they get blown up, they'll die. Later, I'll ask Senior Brother Tian for some more. These few days, I'll see if I can find a suitable place to bury some. But high-rank powerhouses usually like to use flight step. Try it." As Fong Ping said that he kept these things away. When he took these things out earlier, Qin Fengqin could tell what they were at a glance and ran away without saying a word. This fellow had survived the crisis previously, sprouted in his solid state, and wanted to play dead to gain sympathy. Fong Ping would not care about him. Seeing that Fong Ping had kept them, Zhang Tao thought for a while and said, "Just use them yourself. Don't throw them away. If there's a small amount, they won't be much of a threat to powerhouses, but if they flow into the market, they'll easily cause big trouble. I know this. I won't throw them away." Of course, Fong Ping knew the destructive power of these things. Humans were alive. Powerhouses would restrain themselves and would not destroy things on purpose. But it might not be the case for other people. If these things flowed out, it could easily cause some big trouble. Fong Ping raised his head, looked at Qin Fengqing and shouted, "Can you cover it up a little? Don't you have any shame?" In midair, Qin Fengqing's body hurriedly erupted a burst of energy light. Although it could not hide from high-rank powerhouses, it could be blocked by ordinary people. Fong Ping did not care about him anymore. He looked at Zhang Tao again and asked, "Minister, if the passageway is fully opened, can modern weapons be used in the catacombs?" Zhang Tao shook his head. "I don't know, because I haven't tried it before. Some evil sect martial artists advocate this idea. When the passageway is fully opened, then carry out a nuclear attack. But who can be sure about the unknown? The evil sect advocates not resisting now, not resisting, allowing the catacombs to open the passageway, even opening the passageway on their own, but these ideas are built on the premise that it works. What if it doesn't work? Moreover, in the catacombs, those who are killed by modern weapons can be resurrected." Speaking of this, Fong Ping was really curious. "Minister, everyone is talking about resurrection. What is the principle of resurrection? How can the restricted area resurrect people?" The principle is actually very simple. Zhang Tao laughed. "When entering the ground, leave behind some life, origin, and imperishable substances. It's actually equivalent to a storage imprint of a life. At this time, when the martial artist kills the other party, everything about the other party will be obliterated directly, including the life origin. Using modern weapons to kill the other party, the life origin will not be obliterated. At this time, the powerhouses in the restricted area are willing to pay the price to fill in a large amount of life essence and imperishable substances, which can allow the martial artist to be resurrected once. But the price is very high. Unless it's some top-notch powerhouse, otherwise they won't resurrect. And all this is also built on the foundation of aspiring martial artists killing them. Otherwise, it won't work. But these fellows are also fearless. When the critical moment comes, these fellows may end their own lives, letting their life, origin, and imperishable imprint escape on their own. So, try not to fight on Earth. If that's the case in the catacombs, they could be resurrected too. That's not it. Zhang Tao pondered for a moment. After a long time, he said, maybe it has something to do with the seed of resurrection that they're talking about. On Earth, such powerhouses do not die by obliteration. Their life origin will be preserved. In other words, there's a little bit of imperishable nature in it. Maybe it's the seed of resurrection that retains a little bit of these powerhouses' imperishable nature. But if they die in the catacombs, this imperishable nature will quickly overflow and not return to the life origin they left behind. At this point, Zhang Tao took a deep breath and said, "In that battle 1,000 years ago, I suspect that the seed of resurrection might not be on Earth. Or maybe the seed of resurrection really exists but was taken away by someone. Unquestionable Sword is the most likely one. He may have taken away the seed of resurrection. That's why the batch of martial artists 1,000 years ago had the chance to be resurrected. Otherwise, logically speaking, it's very difficult for those who died in the catacombs to come back to life. Of course, we can't rule out other possibilities. For example, he left his life origin in the Hall of Myriad Origins, and the Hall of Myriad Origins might have something to do with the seed of resurrection. In short, there are many possibilities. We're too lazy to speculate now." At this point, Zhang Tao smiled and said, "Don't worry about all this. Although the catacombs powerhouses can be resurrected, the probability is very, very small. The price is too high. Moreover, it has to be a non-obliteration death. We weren't very clear about this in the past. Now we understand it very well. There are some things that even the catacombs can't hide from us. They instigated those foreign powerhouses to attack Earth with this as an incentive. Resurrecting a few people on purpose was like buying a horse's bones with 1,000 pieces of gold. They made those people feel that their own deaths were not scary. To put it bluntly, those few fellows who were resurrected in the past were all the restricted area supporters. They had discussed it with the restricted area long ago. They left their origin in the restricted area. When they arrived on Earth and saw that the situation was not good, they killed themselves quickly. Then, they resurrected and let others witness the scene of their resurrection. This is not easy to expose. Even if we did, the effect would not be great. After all, this is real. We dismantled it. However, the powerhouses knew their limits. The price they paid was very high. However, those fellows were confident that they were worth resurrecting. At this point, Fong Ping finally understood. So, this was how the catacombs' powerhouses resurrected. Those who left their origin and indestructible things in the restricted area did not die completely on Earth. Instead, the origin survived and self-dissipated, returning to the origin left behind. Then, they would pay a huge price to resurrect the other party. When Fong Ping thought of this, he laughed. This is good too. I think if there are really powerhouses coming to Earth in the future, we might as well not destroy their origin and let them resurrect. The price to resurrect a rank 8 or 9 powerhouse is not small. I think it's more expensive than cultivating to rank 8 or 9. Without a few hundred caddies of life essence, it's almost impossible to resurrect someone. The restricted area can't afford it either. A few hundred caddies probably won't be enough. We still need to add a lot of imperishable substances. Zhang Tao laughed. That's true. However, we're still defending against the enemy outside. If we really attack Earth, the casualties will be much higher. As they were talking, in the air, Qin Fengqing let out another roar. The Sanjiao Gate appeared instantly, landing on the golden flatbread with a rumble. Li Hansong took a look and said gloomily, "In that case, this fellow can also instantiate his brain directly?" Fong Ping nodded and said, "Probably." When he entered rank 5, he used a large amount of energy liquid to make his celestial bridge look like that. It's very difficult for modern martial artists to do that. However, it's hard to say for ancient martial artists. That's why I've guessed before that ancient martial artists might be able to find their own brain after entering rank 7. This fellow Qin Fengqing, he accidentally walked the path of an ancient martial artist. At this time, they were all on the same side. Fong Ping and the rest did not mind talking about the cultivation methods. Guo Shengquan and the rest had gone down to the catacombs to replace Wu Quishan. They had not returned yet. Fong Ping thought and asked suddenly, "Minister, Instructor Guo and the rest, are we really not going to tell them about the cultivation methods?" Zhang Tao said softly, "We're not going to tell them for now. Resurrected martial artists. It's not like there's no one who hasn't been infiltrated by the evil sect. It's better to be cautious. What we're telling them now is the kind where there's no doubt about it. It's not too late to tell them after we've wiped out most of the evil sect powerhouses." Fong Ping said helplessly, "I think even if we seal it, it might not be able to seal it for a long time. Maybe the evil sect already knows about the cultivation methods. We can't rule out this possibility. However, even if they know, it's hard to spread it in a short period of time. We haven't told anyone who has the ability to spread it. When these people reach a certain realm, mentality isn't considered a restriction anymore. Whether Zhu Feng knew the cultivation technique or not, it wouldn't change much. For experts who had comprehended the origin Tao and walked a certain distance, it would be difficult for them to improve in a short period of time. That's why we didn't inform most of them. What about rank 7 and 8? Zhang Tao sighed. "I know what you mean, but I'll say it again. Try to avoid this possibility as much as possible. If it really gets spread out, then there's nothing we can do about it. If we can ferret out some of the cult leaders this time, rank 7 and 8 martial artists will actually have a hard time contacting the restricted zone. They might have already told the cult's patriarch and asked him to contact the Forbidden Land. That's possible, but we've been paying attention to those who have spread their skills. Let's try our best to avoid them." After Zhang Tao finished speaking, he looked at the horizon and smiled. This brat is about to break through. The heaven and earth bridge is directly twisting, and the energy in his body is also extremely pure. This can be considered a blessing in disguise. In a few days, I'll have those people secretly come here in batches. You find a way to hide yourself. I'll leave first. In the past few days, there have been some movements at Imperial Sea Mountain, and the true kings of the restricted area were getting restless. Although this was a conspiracy, it was actually an overt plot. Let's see who can scheme and who can succeed. What happens next is up to you. Before he finished speaking, Zhang Tao disappeared. As soon as he disappeared, Qin Fengqing shouted in the air, "Minister, congratulatory gift." Fang Ping rolled his eyes. Old Zhang probably knew that this fellow was going to say something. Seeing that he was about to break through, he threw a few words and ran away. Congratulatory gift? How was that possible? As for the Grandmaster banquet, it was best that Qin Fengqing did not hold it. Even if he did, no one might send congratulatory gifts. This fellow was not rich. At most, everyone would come and congratulate him, but Qin Fengqing would have to pay for it himself. Based on this situation and Fang Ping's previous standards, the probability of Qin Fengqing holding a Grandmaster banquet was almost zero. At this time, in the air, Qin Fengqing's materialization appeared. A gigantic Changdao. Not only the Changdao, there seemed to be countless figures near the Changdao. In the next moment, the Changdao swept past, and all the figures disappeared. This was also a dynamic image. Li Hansong glanced at it, looked at Fang Ping suspiciously, and whispered, "I think I saw you." Fang Ping rolled his eyes and said, "I saw you too." Is this fellow expressing that he can sweep away the heavens? The few of them were speechless. This materialization, there was no one else. Was this how Qin Fengqing's invincible aura came about? With a saber in hand, he was invincible. Now, the Changdao had countless figures. Of course, they were all extremely illusory. It was hard to say whether they were Fang Ping and the others. However, Fang Ping and Li Hansong thought about it. Whether they were or not, the probability of them being among the figures was very high. If he did not sweep them away, how could Qin Fengqing be invincible? From today onwards, I am Emperor Azure. From today onwards, I am Emperor Azure. From today onwards, I am Emperor Azure. The Emperor is above the king. Below, Fang Ping shook his head and said, "Let's go. Disperse. This fellow is arrogant when he gets what he wants. Let's go, let's go. All of you, go to your own things." Lu Polu shouted even louder, "All of you disperse. It's just one more rank 7. Everyone work hard. Everyone strive to achieve rank 7 as soon as possible. Right now, rank 7 is also insignificant. It won't affect the overall situation. Disperse." With a whoosh, the surrounding people dispersed one after another. Qin Fengqing, who was still showing off, wanted to cry, but had no tears when he saw this scene. "Don't go. I've just broken through. Other things aside, it's fine if you congratulate me." Chapter 700. On the 4th of October, Qin Fengqing broke through to rank 7 and called himself Emperor Qing. He was also the 5th prodigy powerhouse to break through to Grandmaster under the age of 30 in martial arts universities this year. However, the uproar caused was not too big. There was Fang Ping before, and then there was Li Hansong and the rest. Things did not happen more than 3 times. There were young prodigies breaking through one after another. It could no longer cause as big of a sensation as before. Moreover, the timing was not very good. On the 10th, Fang Ping broke through to rank 8 live. Compared to rank 7, rank 8 was a whole new world. The interval was so short, and Fang Ping was a few years younger than Qin Fengqing. Naturally, the popularity was not high. In the next few days, Fang Ping did not come out of closed-door cultivation and began to stabilize his realm. As for the rank 9 monster plants, Fang Ping also handed them over to Wu Quishan and the rest, letting them help him forge a divine weapon. The moment the divine weapon was forged, Fang Ping just needed to complete the last step. At the same time, the catacombs, an incomparably huge city like a crystal palace, stood in the middle of this vast area and was particularly eye-catching. In the center of the crystal city, a palace building that stretched for dozens of li was also especially eye-catching. In the center of the palace stood a huge statue. The statue looked into the distance, hands behind his back, as if he was frowning. This was where the Sky Plant's royal court was located, Sky Plant City. The restricted area was too big. The 4 royal courts ruled the restricted area and had countless cities. However, the other 3 royal courts' imperial cities were not as magnificent as Sky Plant City. Here, not only was it like a crystal palace, but the continuous city walls were also spread with countless green plants. The crystal city was decorated with green, adding a bit of charm. The restricted area had already entered winter. Snowflakes were falling from the sky. The snowflakes were different from those on Earth. The snowflakes, mixed with countless energy, seemed to fall only in the imperial city. At the entrance of the palace, Ji Yao reached out and took a piece of snowflake. The snowflake turned into energy and integrated into her body. Ji Yao said softly, "How generous." Beside her, a golden-armored powerhouse said softly, "Your Highness, this is not snowflake. It is the life energy that Sky Plant's royal court's guardian, Lord Divine Tree, gives to the people in the imperial city every year." Ji Yao nodded slightly and looked up at the sky. After a moment, she said, "Among the demons, monster plant powerhouses have more tricks than monster beast powerhouses. Our Destiny Royal Court's guardian beast does not have Lord Divine Tree's supernatural power." As soon as she finished speaking, a slightly stiff laughter sounded in Ji Yao's ears. "Little girl, you're overpraising me. Although demon plants have many supernatural powers, they also have many restrictions. I'm more envious of Xianlong." "How is Xianlong?" Ji Yao bowed and said, "Everything is fine with Lord Xianlong. He even went to the Guardian Imperial Court a few days ago. Royal Court. It's been a long time since I went back." The old voice sighed and murmured, "As time passes, I've almost forgotten who I am. My lord, go in." The voice faded away. Ji Yao inclined her head and stared at the gigantic royal palace. The doors of the royal palace were wide open, and on both sides, countless golden-armored experts shouted, "Her Highness Ji Yao of the Destiny Royal Court requests an audience." Their voices echoed in the huge palace, one after another. Ji Yao didn't say much and followed the golden-armored powerhouse into the hall. Soon, a huge palace appeared in front of Ji Yao. As soon as Ji Yao entered the palace, she said loudly, "Ji Yao of the Destiny Royal Court greets the Lord." In the center of the palace, a pale-faced, middle-aged man in a snow-white robe without a crown was sitting. His long hair draped over his shoulders, and he had a gentle smile on his face. He said softly, "After so many years, Ji Yao has also grown up. Sit down." Ji Yao thanked him and walked to the left side with the golden-armored powerhouse beside her. On both sides of the palace, a few powerhouses sat. After Ji Yao sat down, the pale-faced middle-aged man said softly, "Back then, when the Nether King was about to break through to the true monarch realm, it was only the Heaven Plant's royal court that took precautions. Now, a mere commander breaking through to the supremacy realm actually attracted the Destiny Royal Court's envoy to the royal court." As the middle-aged man spoke, he smiled lightly and said, "It's a pity that I'm dying. Otherwise, I'd really like to see what kind of prodigy can attract the attention of the true monarchs." As he spoke, the middle-aged man's slightly gloomy eyes erupted with a faint light. Below, some powerhouses also had an indescribable feeling. Back then, when the Nether King broke through, the King Lord personally led peak powerhouses to Imperial Sea Mountain, wanting to kill the Nether King to prevent future troubles. Who would have thought that the Nether King would break through during the siege and instantly destroy the King Lord's origin Dao? If not for the true monarch's rescue, the King Lord would have died in that battle. Many people sighed in their hearts. The King Lord was also a prodigy of his generation. If not for the Nether King taking advantage of the moment when he was breaking through and destroying the King Lord's origin Dao, the King Lord might have already become a true monarch, and he wouldn't have to stay in the palace and wait for death. If not for the true monarch Hall's order that the King Lord had done meritorious deeds for the royal court, he might not even be able to keep his position when he returned. On the throne, the middle-aged man quickly regained his composure and smiled lightly. "I heard that Brother Ji Hong is about to enter the true monarch realm. I'm afraid I won't have the chance to congratulate you. When Ji Yao returns, Please congratulate me on my behalf. Ji Yao will definitely pass on the message. Ji Yao bowed again and glanced at the middle-aged man from the corner of her eyes. Even though they were enemies in the past, she couldn't help but feel a little sad at this moment. She had heard her father mention this king lord before. He was also a prodigy of his generation in the past. In his heyday, he was even slightly inferior to her father. Not only was his personal strength powerful, but when he was in charge of the Heavenly Planet's royal court, he pressed forward step by step, opening many passages to the land of rebirth. 100 years ago, he had been compressing the living space of the revived martial artist step by step. During that period, he even initiated the true Monarch War, almost destroying the defensive line of the revived martial artists at Imperial Sea Mountain. After that war, the new martial era of the land of rebirth appeared. This person was also the main character who ended the Star Dominator era of the land of rebirth. Unfortunately, he was severely injured more than 10 years ago and couldn't stop the Nether King from becoming a king. That was why all his efforts were in vain. Otherwise, if this person had become a true monarch that day, he might have already controlled the Heavenly Planet's royal court's true monarch hall without waiting for all the passages to be opened. After more than 10 years, the true monarchs in the true monarch hall might have been convinced by him and no longer allowed the revived true monarch to seal Imperial Sea Mountain. What a pity! As Ji Yao was thinking, the middle-aged man laughed. Since Fong Ping might be the reincarnation of the demon emperor, of course he should be killed. In the past, the Martial King and the Nether King broke through one after another, which was already unexpected. The Moon Prince broke through a few days ago, and his threat increased even more. A true monarch powerhouse who might have taken 3 great paths is now invincible in God's continent. However, in the true monarch hall now, many true monarchs are wandering God's continent. Some of them are even in closed-door training and haven't come out for many years. In such a hurry, the royal court might not be able to fully control the revived true monarch. Ji Yao listened to him for a while. When he was done, she said, "The Destiny Royal Court doesn't want to participate in the land of rebirth's matters, but Fong Ping must be eliminated." Fong Ping is extremely hostile to the people of God's continent, and he has the potential to threaten God's continent. This is a rare opportunity. The royal court has 5 true monarchs who are willing to take action and head to Imperial Sea Mountain to control the revived true monarch. 5. The middle-aged man murmured and chuckled. Will the life monarch make a move? Ji Yao said hurriedly. The royal ancestor hasn't left the true monarch hall for many years. The life monarch won't make a move. The sky-suppressing king probably won't make a move either. In order to control the other 14 true monarchs in Sino Nation and make them distracted, at least 20 true monarchs will be needed. Ji Yao looked doubtful. Was there a need for so many? The middle-aged man smiled faintly. We also have to prevent the revived true monarchs from other regions from interfering. Ji Yao nodded slightly. The middle-aged man said again, "Since the Destiny Royal Court has 5 true monarchs who are willing to take action, that should be enough." Ji Yao thought for a while and said, "Royal Lord, the land of rebirth. That so-called evil sect, can they really kill Fong Ping? I know about Fong Ping. He is extremely cunning and has many tricks up his sleeves. Once he escapes this disaster and is allowed to grow, he might become a huge threat to God's continent." The middle-aged man smiled. "It should be possible." Ji Yao frowned slightly and said, "Forgive me for being blunt, but if you want to kill Fong Ping, you must use an absolute advantage and absolute strength to crush him so that he has nowhere to run. Besides, Fong Ping has many tricks up his sleeve. He can hide his aura and change it. It'll be easy for him to escape." "I've heard about it too." The middle-aged man smiled. "Ji Yao, don't worry. Fong Ping won't be able to escape this time." Seeing the middle-aged man's confidence, Ji Yao did not say anything else. Both parties talked for a while. Soon, Ji Yao left the basilica. As soon as she left, an armored powerhouse stood up, bowed and asked, "Royal Lord, why didn't you mention His Highness' extermination just now?" As soon as he said that, many people looked at him strangely. The middle-aged man said lightly, "Ji Yao is the descendant of the life monarch and the daughter of Ji Hong. She is proud and arrogant. The more you force her, the harder it will be. If Feng Extermination really wants to, he should put in more effort. If I bring it up, it'll be easier for Ji Yao to see him as an enemy. As soon as the middle-aged man finished speaking, someone said lightly, Feng Extermination was defeated by Fong Ping previously. His martial willpower is unstable. If Fong Ping doesn't die, it'll be hard for Feng Extermination to get rid of his inner demon. No one can tell what will happen in the future. Before Fong Ping dies, it'll be useless to bring it up. Lord Life Monarch and the Destiny Royal Lord will not agree to it. That's right. Fong Ping has become Feng Extermination's inner demon. A few days ago, Feng Jiuqing was killed by Fong Ping. It's aggravated his inner demon. The timing isn't right. Everyone spoke up. The divine general who brought up the matter earlier frowned slightly and said in a low voice, as long as we kill Fong Ping this time, the inner demon will be removed. His Highness Extermination will also improve. The middle-aged man pressed his hand lightly and smiled. We'll talk about it after Fong Ping is dead. There's no hurry. The Destiny Royal Court's willingness to cooperate this time is already a pleasant surprise. We can't complicate things to avoid affecting the overall situation. I understand. All of you are dismissed. The middle-aged man panted slightly. Everyone sighed in their hearts again and quickly left. When everyone had left, only the middle-aged man and a young man were left in the hall. The young man's eyes were bright. At this moment, he walked up to the throne from below and said with concern, Father, you should rest more. The middle-aged man waved his hand gently and patted the chair. Transparent wall curtains rose from all four sides of the hall. The young man saw this and focused slightly. The middle-aged man panted slightly and said, Remember, you'll be supervising the battle in the 7 Southern Territory this time. Listen well. After you go, at the crucial moment, think of a way to let Li Chongqing and Wu Quishan leave and help Fong Ping. Father. The young man looked shocked. The middle-aged man frowned and growled. Listen to me. Fong Ping can't die. Forget about the so-called Devil Emperor's resurrection. Fong Ping's existence was the foundation of the 2 royal courts' cooperation. The Destiny Royal Court was willing to mobilize 5 true kings this time. This was unimaginable in the past. The Royal Court and the Land of Rebirth had been fighting for many years and suffered heavy losses. However, the Destiny Royal Court was waiting at ease. This was not in line with the Royal Court's interests. Some people, for their own selfish interests, wanted to kill Fong Ping no matter what. They did not even hesitate to give up the powerhouses from the other territories. This was the greatest harm to the Royal Court. Also, the Maple King wanted to kill Fong Ping wholeheartedly. He wanted to pave the way for Feng Miesheng so that he could get rid of his inner demons and support Feng Miesheng to become the Royal Court's master. He wanted the Feng family to have a second true king powerhouse. This time, he did not even hesitate to use the backup plan we left in the Land of Rebirth. It's really despicable. Whether Fong Ping dies or not, to you and me, the outcome is the same. If I die, you'll be alone. In order to eliminate the opponent, the Feng family will definitely kill you. While I can still hold on for a period of time, when such a prodigy martial artist appears in the Land of Rebirth, it's also your chance. The stronger he is, the more attention he will attract, and the safer you will be. Lay low for a period of time. When the Great War breaks out, no one will pay attention to you anymore. That's why to others, Fong Ping must die. To you and me, father and son, Fong Ping cannot die. If he dies, then you and I won't live for long. The middle-aged man's breathing became heavier. He exhaled and said, Do you remember? Father, I'll remember. Go. Also, while Ji Yao is still in the royal court, go and get in touch with her. Compared to that useless Feng Miesheng, you're much stronger. What did Feng Miesheng do to deserve a marriage alliance with the Life King's descendant? I'm not even dead yet, but the Feng family can't wait anymore. How despicable. In the war that year, Maple King was the true king powerhouse behind me. In the end, he sat and watched as my origin was destroyed by the Netherworld King. He used the excuse that he was blocked and could not rescue me. From then on, Maple King set his sights on the Lord's position. Previously, he intended to let Feng Jiuqing succeed him. What a joke! Feng Jiuqing had already embarked on the path of his origin and lost his chance. After that, he wanted to let Feng Qing take over the royal court. In the end, Feng Qing actually died in Feng Ping's hands. What a joke! Now, that useless Feng Miesheng also wants to take over, but he's useless and can't kill Feng Ping. Mentioning Feng Ping's name is even more insane. What right does he have to succeed the Lord's position? The middle-aged man sneered. This time, the plan to kill Feng Ping was led by Maple King and a few others. If the plan fails, Destiny Royal Court might also underestimate Maple King. The other true kings who participated will also be disappointed in Maple King. After failing time and time again, what right does Maple King have to support his own descendant to become the Lord? Also, this time when you go to supervise the war, your performance is a little incompetent. Initially, I didn't want you to go personally, but since I came back injured, there's no one in the royal court who can be trusted. The young man thought for a while and asked, Father, even if we let the MCMU people go, will Feng Ping not die? I heard. The middle-aged man pressed his hands together and said softly, I have my own arrangements. All right. This time when you go to the 7 Southern Territory to supervise the war, it's best if you can bring Feng Miesheng along. It's better if you don't go alone. Feng Miesheng's ambition is higher than the sky. Think of a way to instigate him. He can't do anything right, but he's good at causing trouble. I understand. Go. I'll take my leave. After the young man left, the middle-aged man patted the throne again, and the transparent wall faded away. The middle-aged man was in no hurry to leave. He waited for a while, and a moment later, a figure appeared in a flash. The figure was illusory, but the middle-aged man did not care. He said softly, This time, we'll trigger a war between true kings. It's not a deterrent, but an outbreak of war. Think of a way to severely injure, or even kill the true kings of Destiny Royal Court. The illusory figure did not speak, but the illusory face trembled slightly. The middle-aged man said in a low voice, Destiny Royal Court has been waiting leisurely for many years. It's not that easy to reap the benefits. Only when a few true kings die will they fight to the death with the land of rebirth. It's best to lure them into a bloody battle with the land of rebirth's true kings. In the land of rebirth, Warlord has the most fiery temper. Leave Warlord to Destiny Royal Court. Warlord also has the ability to kill true kings. If he sees an opportunity, he will not let it go. Also, it's best if he can severely injure Warlord. It's even better if he can kill Warlord. Feng Ping alone is not the royal court's main target. Even if Feng Ping is the reincarnation of a demon emperor, even if he regains his strength from his past life, how long will it take? When the war breaks out, can he become a true king? Killing a true king who has been resurrected is 1,000,000 times more important than killing Feng Ping. Spending so much effort just to kill Feng Ping. What a joke. If they had this determination back then, they would have broken through the land of rebirth a long time ago. This time, it's time to let everyone know the threat brought by the land of rebirth. Before the war, if some people don't die, how can we let everyone understand that the land of rebirth is more terrifying than imagined? The illusory figure said softly, It's a little difficult. Try your best. How long can you hold on? I won't die until the war breaks out. The war! When the war breaks out, find the seed of rebirth. Maybe it can save you. I hope so. The illusory figure was silent for a moment, then said again, If it really doesn't work, find a way to enter the land of rebirth and leave behind your life origin. Let's see if you can live another life. The middle-aged man said in a low voice, I can't leave. If I leave, all my previous efforts will be in vain. Sigh. The illusory figure sighed. After a long time, he said, How many true kings are still supporting you? Not many, but it doesn't matter. If I don't die, my strength will be restored, and I become a true king. Everything will go back to the original track. If I die, No matter how many people support me, it will be in vain. The illusory figure said no more. After a while, he disappeared on the spot. October 9th, MCMAU. On the Crystal Tower. Fong Ping looked at Fang Yuan below him. He said nothing, his eyes deep. Beside him, Qin Yinshi looked worried. She said in a low voice, Fong Ping, let Yuan rest. Below, Fang Yuan was shaking. The ground was full of water stains. His sweat had long drenched the ground. Fong Ping said nothing. He slowly floated down from the sky and landed in front of Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan's lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blurry. She did not seem to see Fong Ping. Fong Ping pinched her cheeks lightly and sighed. You've lost weight, silly girl. Fang Yuan said nothing. He did not know if she had heard him. Perseverance doesn't make you a powerhouse. In the neo-martial era, there are many powerhouses with perseverance. Who doesn't have perseverance? If you want to practice martial arts, I have no objections. I won't stop you. But you want to be a powerhouse. What is a powerhouse? It's responsibility, obligation, protection, dedication, and sacrifice. Can you bear such a heavy responsibility? Do you have the right to bear such a heavy responsibility? You want to share my burden? But what can you do for me? In the process of becoming stronger, you only bring me pressure and worry. You can't share anything for me. Powerhouses don't just talk. No matter how many resources you have, how good your conditions are, how strong your talents are, if you don't kill and fight, how can you become a powerhouse? Becoming stronger means danger. I'm not afraid, Fang Yuan said in a hoarse voice. Fong Ping smiled and pinched her cheeks again. He sighed. You're not afraid. You're like a newborn calf that doesn't fear tigers. But I am. If I knew this would happen, I wouldn't have let you practice martial arts. It's too late for regrets now. Kids in their rebellious phase are scary. They won't listen to anything I say. Fine. Do whatever you want. When you go out, don't tell others that you're my sister. Although it's hard to hide it from them, girls change 18 times between childhood and womanhood. After some time, people might not even recognize you anymore. Don't leave Magic City for now, and don't go to the catacombs either. Wait a little longer. Brother, you agree? Yes. Bang! Fang Yuan dropped the energy stone instantly. She swayed, but her face was full of joy. She was just rejoicing when Fong Ping sighed. What a pity. I didn't make it to the 10th day of the 9th day. Fong Ping. At that moment, Fang Yuan unleashed his immense potential. He was on the verge of fainting, but he suddenly became agile and jumped onto Fong Ping's body. He clung onto Fong Ping like a koala and bit down on Fong Ping's shoulder. She was furious. Crack, sob. The next moment, Fang Yuan suddenly burst into tears. It hurt. Her teeth had fallen out. Crack. Her front teeth really fell out. Fong Ping sighed. Why are you so cruel to yourself? You even broke your front teeth. You're so evil, girl. Luckily, I'm even more evil than you are. Sob. Fang Yuan wailed loudly. Bully! What a bully! She could not win in a fight, nor could she win in an argument. How was she supposed to live? Beside them, Qin Yinshi landed. She saw that Fang Yuan's teeth had fallen out and looked at Fong Ping speechlessly. You're too cruel, aren't you? You even used rebound mode on your own sister. She's a rank 2 martial artist. Her head would explode if you just shook her. Fong Ping shrugged. I didn't do it on purpose. I forgot that I'm a rank 8 now. It's a golden body. It comes with defense automatically, okay? Luckily, I restrained it in time, or else I would have shaken the round face to death. Listening to Fang Yuan wailing, Fong Ping laughed bitterly. A wisp of imperishable substance seeped out from her head. After a while, Fong Ping laughed. All right, what are you crying for? You lost a big white tooth. I'll give you a big gold tooth. How pretty is that? Sob. I don't want a big gold tooth. I want my own teeth. Are you stupid? A big gold tooth is very powerful. Why don't you try changing your other teeth too? I don't want to. Forget it then. Sob. I don't care. I've been standing here for 9 days. You said you could let me stay in MCMAU and continue doing missions. You have to keep your word. Fong Ping patted her head and sighed again. Keep your word. You're even crying now. Which powerhouse cries? Up to you. If you want to do missions, then do them. Change your name. Don't be Fong Yuan anymore. Everyone with the surname Fong is dangerous. Call yourself Yuan Fong from now on. I don't want it. I want my surname Fong. Fong Ping chatted with his sister for a while. The exhausted Fong Yuan cried herself to sleep in Fong Ping's arms. A grown son can't be controlled by a mother. Fong Ping sighed again. He looked at Chen Yunxi and smiled. Take care of this girl in the future. Chen Yunxi's expression changed slightly. Is something wrong? Fong Ping waved his hand. After a while, he frowned slightly and said, It's not that I don't want to say some things. It's just that it's not very useful for you to know. You don't have to go to the island tomorrow. Why? There's no why. Just don't go. Forget it. It's very dangerous to not go there secretly. There'll be a big battle tomorrow. Help me keep an eye on Fong Yuan. This girl might want to sneak out to watch. Is it very dangerous? Fong Ping thought for a while and said, Maybe. According to the current plan, there's no danger. But some things, it's hard to say. Fong Ping did not say much. He just felt that tomorrow might not be smooth. Some news, came too easily. The Pope had led the cult for so many years. Did he really not know that the governments or the Holy Lands had planted people in the cult? Only an idiot would think so. Even Fong Ping had such suspicions before. How could the Pope not know? He actually told all the news to the Salvation Elders. How many people were coming and how strong they were. He told everyone in detail. 5, maybe 7 will come tomorrow. Fong Ping sneered in his heart. Some things he would see. And that bastard old Zhang, he was not a good person. This time he came back alive. He would deal with him sooner or later. He even told me fake news. Did he really think that I'd be afraid just because I knew? What a joke. Fong Ping cursed in his heart. Suddenly, more than 10 crystal books appeared in his hand. He grinned again. Old Zhang, oh old Zhang, you're an idiot. Stupid. Idiot. Don't be fooled by your age. You're just that. After saying that, Fong Ping put away the crystal books. Chen Yunxi was stunned. Was he scolding Minister Zhang? Chapter 701. In the blink of an eye, October 10th had arrived. Early in the morning, before Fong Ping had even departed, news arrived. 3 rank 9 powerhouses, including Monster Sunflower City's governor, Monster Phoenix City's governor, and Monster Phoenix, have come together and are rushing to Hope City. Fan Hua, who had just rushed back from the catacombs, said anxiously, Old Fan and Big Brother we can't hold on any longer. Not only these 3, but there are also rank 9s attacking from the depths. Vice-Chancellor Wu, Dean Li, what do we do now? Li Chongqing sighed. So anxious. Wu Quishan said calmly, I've expected this. 3. I don't think 3 is enough. At least 5 and more. Fong Ping, be careful. We might not be able to make it back in time. I know. Fong Ping responded. Old Man Li glanced around and asked, Where's Qin Fengqing? He broke through. He went out to show off. He should be back soon. As they spoke, Qin Fengqing returned. He landed from the sky and laughed. Awesome. Becoming a Zhongsher is indeed different. It feels so good. Old Man Li glanced at him, frowning slightly. Don't let yourself die. I don't expect anything from you. Just don't be a burden to others. Qin Fengqing was speechless. He said gloomily, Am I that kind of person? Yes. Qin Fengqing was mentally exhausted. He did not want to speak anymore. Old Man Li ignored him. He looked at Fong Ping and said, Try to make it back. Remember, saving your own life is the first priority. I will, Old Man Li said again. Now that the others are not here, let me say something realistic. Annihilating the evil sect is not your personal responsibility, nor is it your personal obligation. This is something that all powerhouses in the world should consider. Sometimes people need to be sacrificed, but it's not your turn yet. Remember, if the others die, then they die. A bunch of old fellows, it's nothing even if they die. Young people, fewer die. This old man has no intention of siding with anyone. If I don't work for the young people now, when their descendants become successful in the future, who will shelter them from the wind and rain? The prosperity of martial arts originates from this. As soon as he finished speaking, someone in the sky said coldly, Li Changsheng, we don't need you to teach us how to do things. Old man Li lifted his head and scoffed. Nan Yunping, you're a rank 8 5th level powerhouse. Put in some effort. He's already 100 years old. If he's dead, then so be it. Fang Ping is dead. But if you're not, then you're a traitor. Li Changsheng. Nan Yunping's face turned ashen as she snapped. I don't need you to teach me. Old man Li sneered. He looked at Fang Ping and said, this old hag's ability is considered extremely strong among rank bait. She's old too. We'll have to risk our lives at the crucial moment. Let her go. Fang Ping did not know whether to laugh or cry. Before he could finish, Old Man Li said, Old Chun, where's your grandson-in-law? He's going to have to fight for his life this time. Just take care of yourself. If I don't give you a few reminders, who knows if you'll help or not? Shut up. The person who said that was none other than Wu Quishan. Wu Quishan cupped his fists at them and said, I'll have to trouble you this time. Don't be so polite, President Wu. It's what I should do. Nan Yunping was rather courteous toward Wu Quishan. She smiled and said, Don't worry. It'll be fine. Wu Quishan said no more. He took a deep breath and said, We'll go in first then. Old Fan and the rest won't be able to hold on for long. Old Man Li said no more. He took the flight step and disappeared on the spot. As soon as the two of them left, Wang Jinyang and Yao Qingjun arrived midair. Below, Lu Fengru, Tang Feng, and Huang Jing were also strolling over. Beside Fang Ping were Li Hansong and Qin Fengqing. In addition to Nan Yunping, Lu Polu, and Qin Yaoding, there were a total of 10 people. Fang Ping looked at Lu Fengru and the rest, saying in a low voice, Instructor, the few of you don't have to go. Lu Fengru said impatiently, I'm your instructor. Now you're making it seem like Li Changsheng is your instructor. You ingrate. I'm just a little weaker and you want to change schools? What? You don't like me? If you don't like me, don't choose me as your instructor back then. Fang Ping said gloomily. Weren't you the one who forced me to be your disciple? What did you say? Say it again? Fang Ping shrugged and said, Minister Wang from the Ministry of Education will be here too. I didn't call the others. If a rank 7 wants to hold back a rank 9, that's too dangerous. If the evil sect has rank 7 and 8 martial artists, everyone can deal with the rank 7 and 8 martial artists. There's no need to hold back those rank 9 martial artists. Everyone frowned. Nan Yunping said in a low voice, Then who's going to deal with the rank 9? Fang Ping smiled and said, Depends on the situation. If it doesn't work, I'll find a chance to run. Everyone be careful. Their target is me. If I run, then it won't be a big problem. As he said that, Fang Ping suddenly smiled and said, Actually, did everyone notice? It's very interesting. We in the evil sect actually know each other's purpose, but we pretend not to know each other's purpose. We're even afraid to tell each other that we actually know your purpose. As soon as he said that, everyone burst out laughing. Chun Yaoding laughed and said, It's not surprising. Everyone just wants an opportunity. They don't dare to attack Magic City openly. If millions of people die, just wait and see. Now, even a group of powerhouses pretending to be deaf and dumb won't let it go easily. Among the 6 holy lands, there are many powerhouses in the other 5 sects, but no one said anything. Some things we all know very well. However, once it causes a bloodbath that involves the lives and deaths of millions of people, it won't work no matter how much we pretend to be deaf and dumb. Fang Ping laughed. Then he took a deep breath and said, Then let's move. I'll go get some energy stones for everyone to replenish. Everyone nodded. Fang Ping quickly went underground. After a while, Fang Ping walked out with the golden house on his head. Nan Yunping and the rest were slightly surprised. Wang Jinyang and the rest were indifferent. At this time, another 5 people walked over. Nan Yunping frowned slightly. Looking at the 5 people, she felt that they were not familiar. Fong Ping did not say much. He looked at them and said, "Don't go more than 1,000 meters away from me. Follow me yourself." The 5 of them nodded and did not say anything. Fong Ping, on the other hand, performed the flight step and said loudly, "MCMEU instructors and students, don't go to the sea. This time, my breakthrough will cause a huge commotion. When the tsunami comes, only high-ranked martial artists can withstand it. Everyone stay in school, cultivate and watch TV. Don't die in the catacombs, but at my hands." Seeing Luo Yichuan and Zhang Jianhong perform the flight step not far away, Fong Ping shouted, "Deans, watch over the school in case someone sneaks into the school and steals the mineral vein when we leave." Luo Yichuan and Zhang Jianhong looked at each other, but did not say anything. Very quickly they landed. Fong Ping urged them for a while. Not far away, on the Crystal Tower, Qin Yunxi pressed on Fong Yuan and said loudly, "We'll wait for you to come back." "Okay, let's go," Fong Ping responded. Then, he yelled and performed the flight step, flying toward the southern area's seaside. Everyone followed, and soon, they flew toward the island in the distance. At the same time, capital city, Zhang Tao chuckled. There are true kings gathering in every territory. For one Fong Ping, they're really going all out. Nan Yunhua humphed. "I've said it before. If evil sects are not eradicated as soon as possible, they'll grow into trouble sooner or later." Zhang Tao's head hurt. "All right, don't I want to eradicate them as soon as possible? Compared to the others, who the big pope is more important. Without information about the big pope, how can I eradicate them? Since they want to arm wrestle with me, then let's do it. Do you think these underground rats can defeat me?" Beside him, Li Jun said mildly, "Don't be too confident. Be careful of the enemy's diversion. If their target is not Fong Ping, but the passageways, that'll be the real trouble. Don't worry, I've already made arrangements. If their target is really the passageways, that'll be good." Zhang Tao laughed. "What I'm afraid of is if their target is really Fong Ping, then it'll be a lot more troublesome. If that kid Fong Ping is really done for, Li Chongsheng and the others will come to me for revenge." Li Jin glanced at him and frowned. "Are there really no arrangements?" "Don't ask. If you ask, I'll treat you as the big pope and try to get information from me." Li Jun was speechless. After a while, he humphed. "If I were the big pope, I'd have killed you long ago." Zhang Tao sneered. "You? To put it bluntly, you're only arrogant against others. Against me, you're still too inexperienced. Stop talking nonsense. You go to the North Lake Catacombs, Nan Yunhua to the Forbidden Catacombs, I'll go to the Magic City Catacombs. You scout along the way. Don't you like to eavesdrop? Try observing secretly and see if you can find those fellows." "You're the one who likes to eavesdrop." Zhang Tao humphed and laughed. "It'll be difficult. These fellows aren't stupid. If we don't go in, they won't show up. Also, something big is going to happen this time. After this, a territory might be breached. Those fellows whose identities are exposed will probably go in and seek refuge with their masters." Li Jin said nonchalantly, "It doesn't matter much here. If a place is breached, the probability of other places being breached is higher. However, those old fellows are still holding the fort in the depths. It's not a big deal even if they breached it. Let them work without putting in any effort. A few deaths will probably wake them up. After so many years, they're still sticking to their old ways. Don't fight or fight back. It's good to see some blood." Zhang Tao laughed. "You can't say that. After all, there's still one body. Anyway, I've informed them in advance. Let's see how they prepare." With that, Zhang Tao rose into the air and said, "Don't treat it like a game. This time, there might be a bloody battle. It's rare for the 2 royal courts to agree. That Monster Plant's royal court guy isn't easy to deal with. He's long wanted to take the initiative to attack. This time, he might want to break through Mount Imperial Sea's defensive line." Li Jin also rose into the air and said, "Him? After he's been seriously injured, will anyone still listen to him? Nonsense. Do you really think he has no influence? Just watch. This is the first time the Monster Life Royal Court is cooperating with him. Sooner or later, They'll be tricked to death. But it doesn't matter. He'll trick him, and I'll trick me. He thinks he's calculated everything, but he doesn't think about it. Without strength, calculations are useless. I have strength and can scheme. He can't control the overall situation himself. Playing this game with me, he won't be able to bear the consequences this time. Nan Yunyue also rose into the air at an extremely fast speed. She transmitted, "Zhang Tao, don't be too confident. Nan Yunping is right there. If she really dies there, I won't forgive you. I'm already 100 years old. If I die, I die. It's useless even if you don't forgive me. You. Don't you. Hurry up. If we don't go, these guys will really break through Mount Imperial C's defensive line." Nan Yunyue snorted and instantly landed below the Forbidden City. The forbidden catacomb she needed to go to was very close, so she didn't have to rush far. Somewhere in Sino Nation. In the villa, a crystal ball floated in the air. Someone inside said with a chuckle, "Nan Yunyue has entered the catacombs." The few people in the villa did not speak. After a moment, a voice came from the crystal ball again. "Li Jun has entered the catacombs. Zhang Tao is almost at Magic City." Before he finished speaking, the black-robed sixth elder said in a deep voice, "Zhang Tao has gone to Magic City. The distance is very close. Can you hold him back?" "Don't worry. In the Magic City catacombs, there will be 2 true kings taking action. No matter how strong Zhang Tao is, can he fight 2 true kings alone and kill them? If he really has such strength, then we don't have to worry. The catacombs' True King Hall will continue to send people to the Magic City catacombs to find a chance to kill Zhang Tao." "What about Heavenly King subduing?" "Heavenly King subduing. Heavenly King subduing won't take action. Once he takes action, all the balance will be broken. Right now, neither side is prepared for a full-scale war." The long-haired masked man continued to play with his golden knife. He smiled and said, "Where is Beigong Bing?" 10 Li south of the island. "I'll go play with Beigong Bing." As the long-haired masked man spoke, the golden knife in his hand disappeared. He said playfully, "Grand Pope, are you really not taking action this time?" "Depends. Now that Absolute Peak has entered the catacombs, are you really the Grand Pope?" As soon as these words came out, the few people present fell silent. On the other side of the crystal ball, the neutral voice laughed. "Third Elder, why are you so conflicted over this? All these years, working with me, none of you have suffered losses, right?" The long-haired masked man chuckled. "Not really. I'm just afraid that we'll be abandoned this time. Absolute Peak and not Absolute Peak are still different. If the Grand Pope is not in a desperate situation, then I'm not so afraid. But if it's a desperate situation, I'm really a little worried." "Why do you say that? Desperate situation? Is there any pursuit in martial arts?" The long-haired masked man smiled faintly. "Then the unification of the divine sect is a little different. Humans are all selfish. No one is an exception." The long-haired masked man said something meaningful. At last he laughed. "Forget it, let's not talk about this. On Fong Ping's side, are you sure there are only 4 rank 8s, Nan Yunping, Chen Yaoding, Wang Qinghai, and Lu Polu?" "I'm sure." The long-haired masked man laughed. "Then it'll be much easier. I'll deal with Beigong Bing. Old 8 will deal with these people. Old 9 will take care of those small fries. And Old 6 will go all out to kill Fong Ping." The black-robed martial artist chuckled. "Third Master thinks highly of Fong Ping. I thought you'd let Old 9 take care of Fong Ping." The long-haired masked man said lightly, "Be careful. If it weren't for the fact that I'm afraid you're not Beigong Bing's match and can't leave in the end, I'd deal with Fong Ping myself." As soon as he said that, everyone in the field looked at him. The newly arrived Elder 9 was silent for a moment. "I'll kill those rank 7 martial artists as soon as possible and go help 6th Master to prevent Fong Ping from escaping." The others did not say anything. After a while, the Grand Pope said from the crystal ball, "Zhang Tao has entered the catacombs. Everyone can move now." "What about Grand Elder? He'll go with him? Give him a signal, lest we mistake the enemy for one of us." As soon as he said that, an old voice came from a phone beside him. "This old man will wear a red robe. Tisk tisk, the long-haired masked man clicked his tongue and laughed. He said, I understand. Actually, when the time comes, we won't be able to hide who we are from each other. If I fight with Bagong Bing, my identity will definitely be exposed. The few of you probably won't be able to hide it either. If we can't kill Fong Ping this time, we won't be able to get the true king's ultimate technique. Everyone will just obediently be rats from now on. Otherwise, we can only go down to the catacombs and rely on them. It's a pity that after planning for so many years, it's either be a rat or a dog. I just don't think it's worth it. In the crystal ball, the Grand Pope smiled faintly. Third Elder, if you're confident that you can break through to the apex, or if there's an apex willing to teach you the ultimate technique, you don't have to go. The long-haired masked man sighed. Ultimate technique is difficult. Besides, these fellows are still alive. If that person from the Yang family taught us the ultimate technique, we can give it a try. It's a pity that it didn't. The long-haired man said a few words. Finally, he took a deep breath and said slowly, let's go. We don't have to go together, lest our chi is too strong and we get discovered in advance. Remember, you must kill Fong Ping. If you can't kill Fong Ping, no matter how many people you kill, it'll all be in vain. Understood, the other three responded. Very soon, the four of them walked out of the villa and disappeared outside the villa in an instant. MCMU Southern Area, C Area. Fong Ping had a golden house on his head. In front of him, Qin Fengqing was carrying a bunch of equipment. He aimed the camera at Fong Ping, chuckling. Fong Ping, are you really going to do a live broadcast? Of course. Fong Ping laughed. It's already been spread out. If I don't do a live broadcast, how can I live up to everyone's expectations? Besides, I've even received a fee for this live broadcast. It's 1 billion. Qin Fengqing was speechless. He muttered, is the TV station stupid? Won't they suffer a loss? Get lost. Am I someone you can compare to? This time, my live broadcast of breaking through to rank 8 was watched by at least 1 billion people. They've earned a lot. As they chatted idly, Nan Yunping and the rest looked around vigilantly. Fong Ping did not care about them. He was calculating his expenditure. Bringing along 11 powerhouses cost a lot. 1 minute would cost 2 million points. It had already been 3 minutes since he set off. That meant 6 million points had been spent. At most, it would take half an hour. If the evil sect did not come after half an hour, he would have to spend 60 million wealth points. Such a huge expenditure. I have to reimburse them. Fong Ping sighed in his heart. 60 million points. That was 600 billion. He was spending money like water. It would be inexcusable if he did not reimburse them this time. Other than this expenditure, I've spent tens of millions of points to create imperishable substances this time. I've already spent hundreds of millions. The more Fong Ping thought about it, the more his heart ached. This was not counting the rank 8 divine weapon that he would give to Nan Yunping later and the rank 9 long sword that he had already given to Lu Polu. I wonder if these fellows who came have family assets. If a rank 9 powerhouse has a public identity, they should have some family assets, right? It would be better if they came from other holy lands. They don't have family assets, but the holy lands have money. The people from the holy lands attacked me. If old Zhang doesn't make them vomit blood, I'll beat all of you until you vomit blood in the future. Fong Ping calculated these. He was not surprised that there were rank 9 powerhouses from holy lands among them. There was no other reason. Rank 9 powerhouses from holy lands had more freedom. These powerhouses dared to come to Sino Nation to kill him. They were most likely rank 9s from some holy lands. Of course, there were also some independent rank 9 martial artists. There were many catacombs in Sino Nation. Rank 9 powerhouses all had missions, so it was difficult for them to free themselves. However, in other places, some places were quite chaotic. There were more than 200 rank 9s on the global rank 9 ranking list. There were only 33 in Sino Nation previously, and close to 200 were from other countries. Some of these people were just adventuring martial artists in the catacombs. They were not powerhouses guarding the catacombs. There might be rank 9s from other holy lands participating. What about Star Town? This thought arose in Fong Ping's mind, but he did not say it out loud. It was hard to say. There were not many rank 9s in Star Town, but these people did not have to guard the catacombs. It did not even matter if they did not go to the battlefield. If they really left Star Town in the dark, the others might not really care. As a rank 9 powerhouse, they were extremely free. While Fong Ping was thinking about these, Qin Fengqing, who was in front, laughed and said, "All right, it seems like it's connected. We should be able to do a live broadcast now." Fong Ping heard that and laughed. "I'll take a picture of the island later. After I break through, the island will probably be gone. Let everyone enjoy one last look." As they spoke, they were almost at the island, which was about 50 li away from the coastline. As soon as Fong Ping arrived, his aura suddenly erupted to the extreme. Nan Yunping and the others' aura also erupted. Fong Ping shouted, "All the surrounding martial artists, retreat quickly. When I break through later, I won't be able to suppress my mentality." Under the mentality outburst, even a rank 7 will be suppressed to death. Knowing that Fong Ping was going to break through here, there were many martial artists in the surroundings. At this time, Fong Ping's mentality pressure erupted. Some of the martial artists who had just reached the middle rank and could barely fly in the air fell into the sea in an instant. Fong Ping shouted again, "Leave quickly. There's no need to lose your life just to watch a martial artist break through." Following the outburst of Fong Ping's aura, some of the martial artists who gathered around left one after another. Martial artists were not stupid. Since Fong Ping did not allow them to watch, if they stayed, someone might really die. As these people left, Fong Ping did not land on the island. Instead, he looked around and smiled. "Seems like they're not there yet. Everyone, don't be anxious. Old Qin, carry this thing further away. There's no need to listen to the sound. Just look at the momentum." Qin Fengqing did not waste any more words. He quickly carried the machine and went far away. After waiting for Qin Fengqing to go far away, Fong Ping looked around and smiled. "Since I'm here, what's the point of hiding? If I reach rank 9, the world will be under my control. Why do I have to be like a thief, hiding and not daring to show my face? My head is worth a lot. When I heard that the catacombs is offering a reward, I want to cut off my own head and send it over." No one said anything. At this moment, Nan Yunping and the others' divine weapons appeared in their hands, surrounding Fong Ping. From afar, Qin Fengqing said loudly, "I'm in charge of filming. Don't look for me. I've just reached rank 7. I'm so far away from Fong Ping. It's not worth it to kill me. I'll be exposed immediately. Please don't kill me. If you come, kill Fong Ping first. It's not easy for me to cultivate to rank 7. Li Hansong could not help but curse. "Mother asterisk her. You're doing a live broadcast. Have some shame." "Don't swear." Qin Fengqing immediately retorted, "Am I wrong? It's very dangerous. You guys are together. I'm here alone. Forget it. I'm not filming anymore. Fong Ping, I'll go to your place." Fong Ping laughed. "Stay away from me. You're weak. I told you not to come, but you insisted. Are you afraid of death now?" "Nonsense. If I don't come, wouldn't that make me look like a coward?" Qin Fengqing said suddenly. "I forgot to turn off the sound. If I turn it off, no one will hear what I say." As soon as he said that, the device in his hands suddenly exploded. Qin Fengqing let out a muffled humph and roared, "Mother asterisk her. Do you really want to kill me? Are you an idiot?" Trash. In the void, a cold snort was heard. The person did not attack him at all. He only exploded the device first. Qin Fengqing did not say anything else. He ran away hurriedly, cursing as he ran, "I'm just here to join in the fun. It's not worth it to kill me. Don't come to my place." No one talked to him. Just as he started running, a great battle broke out instantly. In the void, 3 figures shot toward him at the fastest speed. Before they even arrived, 3 powerful psychic powers had already burst forth. "Humph!" Nan Yunping snorted coldly. Celestiality intertwined. The others brandished their divine weapons and attacked the empty mentalities. Yao Qingjun stabbed with his spear and flew backward a few steps. However, he also tore a small part of his mentality. "Only 3? Fong Ping suddenly laughed. "That's too little. As soon as he said that, in the distance, two powerful forces erupted suddenly. With a loud bang, the seawater exploded and the void rumbled. "It's you, Zayli Karo, you're not dead. Ha! Bagong Yin, you have a good memory. I've been dead for 10 years, but you still remember my aura." Boom! The sound of conversation faded along with the rumble. 10 li away, two powerful forces rose and fought each other instantly. Nan Yunping and the others did not have time to care about this. Nan Yunping shouted in a low voice, "Clowns, let me see who you are." As soon as she said that, Nan Yunping, Wang Xinghai, Lu Pulu, and Chen Yaoting charged toward the black-robed martial artist who was rushing toward them from the left. The black-robed martial artist said mildly, "I'm not your opponent." Having said that, the black-robed martial artist sped up. Nan Yunping and the others were about to chase after him when the short-haired and masked martial artist said, "I'll play with you guys." Rumble. Bang. The sound of an energy explosion was heard almost instantly. The island below them began to crumble. Not far away, the black-robed martial artist charged toward Fong Ping and the others at high speed. They were just a bunch of rank 7 martial artists. Did they really think they could stop him? Moreover, these rank 7 martial artists had someone to take care of. On the right, a tall and slender masked martial artist had already appeared in front of everyone. However, he did not look at Huang Jing and the others. Instead, his gaze fell on the few middle-ranked martial artists on the periphery. He sighed softly. "I see." Before he finished speaking, a few middle-ranked martial artists standing on the periphery suddenly exploded with a powerful golden glow. Divine weapons appeared, and they charged toward Ninth Elder in an instant. "Old Six, do as you see fit with these small fries." Ninth Elder laughed. He had already started fighting with 5 rank 8 powerhouses. After exchanging blows, he suddenly laughed. 5 early-stage rank 8 martial artists. This is not enough. Kill. However, these 5 people ignored him. They formed a formation in an instant. Their golden bodies flickered, surrounding Ninth Elder from all directions. The black-robed martial artist had already arrived. He laughed loudly and said, "The same, still not enough." As soon as he finished speaking, a pitch-black Changdao materialized directly from the void, attacking Fong Ping, who was surrounded by Lu Fengru and the others. Lu Fengru and the others were just about to fight when Fong Ping shouted, "Go help those few. Leave this guy to me." Although Li Hansong and the others were in a difficult position, they did not hold back at all. One by one, they retreated and charged toward Ninth Elder. 5 early-stage rank 8 martial artists against a rank 9. The risk was still very high. If they surrounded and killed the other party together, it would be much easier. "Ha!" The black-robed martial artist let out a soft cry of surprise. He left. This guy was underestimating himself too much. Fong Ping ignored him. The next moment, he went straight to the faraway sea and fled. The black-robed martial artist was a little strange again. Luring me to leave? There was an ambush ahead? Please remember this book's original domain name. 9 Heavens Divine Emperor mobile version website that you're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.